Emmanuel, God with us, promise of mercy, Savior and King. The light has come, the Word made flesh, peace to the world, Christ our rest. Rejoice, Emmanuel has come for us.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Good to see you. This is our call-in show this evening. So if you want to talk to us, you will be free to come up and hang out with us. We do have some rules, so let me just go ahead and pop those up. So these will be scrolling along the bottom. Please do read them. This is an ask us anything stream. I initially thought I might have been going live myself, but I found one of my co-hosts. Gabe, welcome back.
Yep, he found me out in my driveway shoveling the driveway. So
He was shoveling an awful lot of snow. I have seen this. I've seen the evidence of it.
Yep.
Don't worry, Gabe. I won't dox you.
Okay, good.
So,
Yeah,
folks, this will be a Ask Us Anything stream. It is not going to be a debate stream. So, if you want to come up, and I'll provide the link later, we are okay with pushback. That's fine. But this is going to be more of a general discussion till we kind of find our feet within this realm. Then we will be doing more YouTube debate type streams in the future. So if you want to come up and debate, we're not having it in this stream. We will engage with you conversationally. However, if you want to come up, you can. We will pop the link in a bit, but we're just going to give some people some time to come in here. So, my favourite Scotsman says, "Hey, Lemon." Also, he did say earlier, I just missed this, evening prayers for those murdered in Australia by Islamic extremists. A dark and bitter day. Amen, brother. I was praying for that earlier, and I had an awful lot of engagement recently, Gabe, with Muslims. You know.
I mean, I haven't actually. I'm quite, you know, I'm quite disappointed with the Muslims right now, actually, because I was posting some stuff, bashing them a little bit on it, and just none of them replied.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, Gabe, sorry, not to cut you off mid sentence. Is it just me, or see? I'm moving. I've moved plans with AV Mux, and not everything's kicked in yet. They seem to have reset the banner size. Is this bigger than normal? I don't remember our entire
it,
face has been cut off.
I mean, it looks a little bit bigger right now, but I think that I'm not sure.
Okay, so let me. Why don't you continue, Gabe, with what you were saying, and I'm going to try and play around in the background here and see if I can fix this because that is huge.
Yeah, I did make a mistake with one of my posts. So the son of Hamas, I'm trying to remember his name.
Oh yeah, the dude that wrote the book.
Yeah, he wrote that book, but he said he basically posted a post saying traitor, and I just assumed because I didn't even really
Oh
read his
yeah,
name or anything.
I saw
I
that. Yeah.
just assumed he was a Muslim, being like, "You traitor! Why'd you stop them from killing our guys?" And I'm like, "Wow, wow!" I usually have to pull out teeth to get them to say the quiet part out loud, but you know what? Fine, I'll run with this. And I ran with it. I should have opened up his account and looked over it because that was completely my bad.
It's
Uh,
easy
you know,
done though. It's easy done. Like I've done that before too. Like that's why we're not immune to it. We try and practice what we preach, and sometimes you have to slow down. Okay, sorry, get back to what you were saying, but I think this is the best I can get it. They've made everything massive.
Yeah, it looks like you changed it from squares to the little circle.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, at least my pretty beard can be seen now. So
my attempt at a beard can be seen. It's
hello.
not really that good in that photo, and that photo looks bad. But
Yeah. Yeah.
right now, it's probably looking a little bit closer to Mike's. But I trim mine because I don't like it when it gets like super long in some parts and not long in other parts. So I just
Yeah.
keep trimming it down, and I want a consistent thick beard, and then I can grow it out to be as long as I want.
Well, you see, unfortunately, this is what a lot of men don't like to hear. Sometimes you have to let it grow really like out until it falls down. And like some people have patchy beards, but you just have to grow past the part of it looking patchy. Yeah, it does look big. Hope I know. Trying to fix that. 1989 theology. Good to see you, my friend. I didn't care for EVMux. Good luck with it. Yeah, I've been with them for a while. I'm just upgrading plans, but I may be moving off the platform altogether. So I don't know. Do you stream, my friend? Let me know if you do. Hope Family Boundary says much better. Okay. Well, yeah, why don't we switch over to our normal view? Have us here. That way we've got our chat up with us, and I forgot to actually move that over. So, Gabe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and generate a new link, and I'm going to post it in the chat. And if anybody wants to come up and have a conversation with us, they can. Folks, that includes you guys. You can come up and talk with us if you're comfortable. You can keep your camera off like Gabe. You don't have to reveal your face or anything. If you do want to come up and talk, you can. If not, you can just pop questions into the chat and we will try and engage with them. Either this will turn out to be a popular stream or it won't be that much popular at all. So we'll find out.
Mr. Romans 8 Shaman asked.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. I'm coming
Okay,
to him.
I'll let you get to him.
Yeah, no worries. He says, I've streamed a couple of times, mainly just videos. Interesting, my friend. Okay. Is this the channel you post to? If it is, I'll go check out your content a little bit here. Mr. Romans 8. Is this the stream about Islam? No, brother, but this isn't Ask Me Anything. So if anybody wants to come out. If anybody wants to come up and chat, they are free to do so. I will be generating the link now in a second. Oh, dear. Right, what am I doing here, Gabe? Yes, I'm regenerating the link.
Yeah. The new link so people can join on in.
Yeah, because the one thing I do want about this is I don't want the co-host links being given out to everybody because it automatically adds people up. So this is going to be a guest link from
Okay.
what I know. So unless I have been talked through this process wrongly. So, folks, I'm going to post this now in the YouTube chat. I'm going to pin it. You can come up and join. Now, I'm restating this because the last time I did a call-in show, I did it with Mr. Romans 8, who's here with us. And he will testify to the fact that people did come up in the background, but because I did not let them in right away, they left. So, if you're coming up, please know that you are going to remain in the background for a bit so that I know that you're completely safe to bring up, because I do not want anybody coming up here effing and jeffing, flashing parts of their body, or any other idiotic nonsense. So, okay, Gabe, you ready for our first hard-hitting question?
Yes, I'm ready.
Have you played StarCraft?
Oh, man. Well, this gets into the philosophical discussion about whether or not StarCraft is actually something we can play. I'm kidding. No, I have not played StarCraft.
No, nor have I. I actually don't know what StarCraft is, so Romans 8, you're going to have to educate us, my friend.
Reading Mark. One verse always gets me started. Mark 4 first. Let's see.
Yeah, so reading Mark and one verse I always struggle with is Mark chapter 4, verse 10, I'm assuming. They may be ever seeing but never perceiving, and ever hearing but never understanding. Otherwise, they might turn and be forgiven. Okay, so Gabe, why don't you bring up your Bible app?
Yep.
So if you don't know, Gabe here has his own Bible app. He's going to bring that up, and we'll bring that up and look at the text. So, Gabe, I'm going to switch us back to this thing because it should be easier for us to bring up.
And this is just the standard Well, bring in standard version I got.
There we go.
So verse 9 goes, Then Jesus said, He who has ears to hear, let him hear. As soon as Jesus was alone, the 12 and those around him, they asked him about the parable. He replied, the mystery of the kingdom of God has been given to you, but those on the outside, everything is expect. Goodness gracious, I'm sorry, I can't read today.
Yeah, you're all right, bro.
Everything is expressed in parables, so that they may ever see so that they may ever seeing but never perceiving, and ever hearing but never understanding. Otherwise they might turn and be forgiven. And Jesus said to them, Do you not understand this parable? Then how will you understand any of the parables? Continue reading a little bit more. The farmer sows the word. Some are like seeds along a path. Like seeds along a path where the world is sown. As soon as they are, as soon as they are here, as soon as they hear it, Satan comes and takes away the word that is sown in them. Some are like the seeds that are sown on rocky ground. They hear the word and at once receive it with joy. But they themselves have no root, and they remain for only a season when trouble or persecution comes because of the world.
Yeah.
They quickly fall away, and then do you want me to read the last seed?
Yeah. Go for it. But I was just getting ready to tell you to hop over to Isaiah.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh.
finish reading this, and then we'll go over to Isaiah.
Others are like seeds sown among the thorns. They hear the word, but the worries of life, the deceitfulness of wealth, and the desire for other things comes in and chokes out the word, and it becomes unfruitful. Still, others are like the seeds sown on good soil. They hear the word, receive it, and produce a crop 30-fold, 16-fold, or 100-fold. Jesus also said, I'll stop there rather than just keep going, because otherwise I'll read the whole chapter.
Well, yeah. I was also say, hop over to Isaiah chapter 6 for me, please.
Isaiah chapter 6.
I'm just going to wait till it comes up on stream, man, because it'll make it easier for me to read it.
Is there a specific verse you're wanting?
I will look now and see. I'm just going to wait till it appears because the tablet's on the stream, like delayed.
Oh, okay.
Wait till it pops up.
Cool beans.
Scroll for me a minute, Gabe, just to take a look through here.
Scroll down to verse 6. Oh, okay. It's still there.
Yeah, okay, stop. Oh.
Yep. Oh, did I keep
right, no, it's all right. I forgot there's a delay, so I was like, stop.
No.
Okay, so let me read this. So this is a chapter. God is already sort of chastising the people in a way, like for not listening, for not understanding, despite His commands. So they're already entrenched in unbelief. So I will read verse 7 onwards. And with it he touched my mouth and said, Now that this has touched your lips, your iniquity is removed and your sin is atoned for. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send? Who will go for us? And I said, Here I am, send me. And he replied, This is God. Go and tell this people, be ever hearing, but never understanding, be ever seeing, but never perceiving. Make the hearts of this people calloused, deafen their ears, and close their eyes. Otherwise, they might see with their eyes, hear with their ears, understand with their hearts, turn and be healed. So, I understand why this may seem a little bit confusing and why people do struggle with this verse. So, note first of all the context. Jesus is quoting a passage in Isaiah, and the passage that he is quoting is God is already appealing to his prophet Isaiah, and he is saying, look, this people of mine, the stubborn, obstinate people, are already in hardened sin. So note here that it's not God hardening them, they are already in hardened sin. So what does God say to the prophet? Go and preach my word to them. But you might as well say to them, be ever hearing, because they're hearing the words of the prophet. They're seeing the things that the prophet is about to do, but they close themselves off. They close their hearts, because look at the language. Make the hearts of the people callous, deafen their ears, and close their eyes, right? How's Isaiah meant to do that? It's not Isaiah that's doing it, it's the people. But what they are doing is they're heaping up judgment upon themselves. So by Isaiah's preaching, by Isaiah's uh, acts that he does, because God gives Isaiah some acts to do that, looks a little bit strange. It's similar to Ezekiel. Ezekiel was known as the acting prophet. So whenever God says, go to these people, that they may be callous, they deafen their ears, they close their eyes, Jesus is saying the same thing to the people of his days. They know God's word. They have God's words available, yet they are not listening. They are closing their own ears off. So what does Jesus say to his disciples? But not so for you. To you has been given to know the secrets of the kingdom. Why? Because Jesus is privately interpreting to them, because they have the faith willing to listen. The people aren't. They're closing their ears. They're closing their eyes. They're basically sticking their fingers in their ears and going, la 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 la, I know nothing. So I understand why that may look hard to understand, but it's essentially judgment language. It's basically God saying, you stubborn people, how dare you?
Mm-hmm.
I hope that makes sense. Gabe, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I was going to say you can kind of read that in the context around Mark verse 4. Well, not Mark verse 4. Sorry, Mark chapter 4, verse 10. If you're working around that section, you can actually see that in the context too.
Yeah.
But
What it's essentially teaching is that God's word is never religiously neutral. So you are either closed off to God's word or you're open to receive it. But that depends on your spiritual condition, right?
mhm.
So with the teaching of parables, it's not just illustration. Jesus not just, making things a little bit more clear for people. What he's actually doing here is parables are instruments of revelation, but parables are also instruments of judgment. Jesus teaches many parables which the Pharisees, to their own judgment, recognize as about them, right?
Mhm.
And the problem with that is, if they're intelligent enough, if they're open enough to know, oh, this parable's been spoken against us, what does that say that they know about the message being preached? What does that show about their hearts? It shows they know that the message being preached by Jesus is of God. But what do they do to it? They close off and say that man's off the devil. Why? Jealousy. So parables are used in two ways. They're instruments of revelation and they're instruments of judgment. They disclose the kingdom to those who God's drawn to himself, but simultaneously they also confirm the very blindness of those who persist in unbelief. So I hope that answers your question, my friend.
Yep.
Very good question, by the way. I do appreciate it.
It is a good question.
It is indeed. Romans 8 is laughing at us because we do not know StarCraft.
I'm sorry, Romans 8. I mean, I used to play more video games than I do now, but maybe one day I'll be able to play StarCraft.
I play games. I just don't have as much free time as I would like to play games, and even then, the games that I play are it varies. They're probably more AAA games rather than like little classic.
Yeah,
What,
for me, it's kind of the opposite. For me, what I seem to only ever play anymore are because I look at AAA games and like my buddy's like, hey, you should get a AAA game. I'm like, okay. And I open it up and they want like $70, $80 for AAA games now. I'm sitting there like, And
Oh,
I could justify it when
some,
I could justify it if I'm watching the trailer and it's like super good, right? But when I'm watching a trailer and it's got like some Funko Pop looking asset in it, I'm like, I can make an asset better than that with like maybe a year of modeling design in Blender. Like that's free software and that's a year, and
mm,
I can make something better than what you're hunting for as like a trophy or something in the game.
yeah.
I'm sitting there looking at that. I'm like, $80 for that?
Well,
Why would I do that when I can go to a dozen different small indie studios and buy their game that's tenfold better? That's for $20. I get the $20 game. Like I've played Repo and Peak with my sister, and Peak is this little game where you're like a character and you climb up a mountain. And Peak was like $15-$20 when I bought it, and I've enjoyed it more than I've enjoyed any AAA game I've tried to play as of recent.
yeah.
So
Um, well, that's what I was going to say. Like, as that should show you how pricey games are now. The fact that even what you just said, like $70-$80 now is cheap for some of them. Some of them are well over 100.
yeah,
And
because it's not just getting the game; it's getting the DLCs with it too.
that's some of them. That's the price for some of them without the DLCs.
Hmm.
Tina also says, "Good evening, brothers. Good evening, Tina." She says, "Lemon, how much is Islam grown in Europe? Not at all. Praise the Lord." Got into this discussion last night. Yeah, it's not very prevalent over here, Tina. Or countrymen don't allow it. I can't repeat what they do, but they're very quickly chased back over the border.
Hmm.
Gabe,
Well,
about
in
you?
my area, oh man, in my area, not Muslims, but Islam is growing. There's a growing Muslim population in my area.
Yeah,
So more work I need to do.
chase them over the border, Gabe. Chase them over the border.
Problem is the problem with that is in my country. Now they might do it in your country too, but in my country, I'd get arrested for chasing them back over the border, and I'd probably be given like a life sentence in prison or something, depending on what state I'm in.
Similar over here. Let's just say that the people chasing them over the border are not the type of people that the police really want to deal with.
Hmm.
So that's
Noted.
all. That's all I'll say there. Um, says thank you. I will re-listen later. Interesting answers. Not at all, brother. And again, go away. I say this every time. Go away and check whatever we say. Primarily, what you're hearing is our understanding. We hope that we have the right understanding. We do diligence and work on this. But if you come to a different conclusion, please do come back and let us know, brother, and we will be happy to discuss it. Also, folks, there is a link pinned in, well, it should be pinned. Let me just double check. Yes, it is pinned in the YouTube chat. You can come up and talk with Gabe and I. You can keep your camera off if you want. But this is pretty much an Ask Us Anything stream. So if you have any questions, please do ask.
Just pulled up the stream, and that screen share bug still seems to persist because
What's
I
that?
just pulled it up and I don't have a profile picture again.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's weird. I don't know why it does
It's
that.
always done that though, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Here, I'll
Well,
throw.
in the future, Gabe will be getting a camera. So
Yeah, I gotta
why?
get something that actually works on a computer
Well,
without
this is
needing
what I was saying. So let me
giant
go back
setup.
ahead first of all and do a little bit of where is it? It's over here. Yeah, because I pulled you up, Gabe, there when you were offline.
Ah,
So, folks, this no, the banner's on the way. Hang on. Boop.
rules still apply, guys. Don't just go, oh, the rules are gone. That means we can now
Oh yeah, no,
break them.
the rules will be coming back after I do this, folks. If you want to support us financially, you can. Some people already do. We already have some financial supporters here in the chat here. Our good brother is donating to us. Tina gives through the website. Um, I think there's someone else in here that gives too. I know Sam gives. Thank you very very much, Sam. So we do really, really appreciate all you people that do give, and the money that you do give to us goes directly back into the type of work I am doing. So hang on, let me just pop this out of the way again. If you do wish to give to us, you can either become a monthly supporter, or you can do a one-time donation. But Gabe, you've actually done some fancy work to my website, so do you want to
Mhm.
go ahead and share that, and then we'll bring that
Yeah,
up?
sure.
See, because there's a way for people to give there as well. But
Yeah. Let me
Like
just
I was saying earlier, part of the reason why we are asking for some financial help is if you would like to help us improve these streams. Some of our co-hosts, some of the people that work on the streams behind the scenes, we want to upgrade some of the equipment. Now, if you wish to help with that, it would be much appreciated. But if you don't and you just wish to pray for us, that's also fine. So we do appreciate that. Gabe, actually, let me pull this full screen. Yeah, that's better.
it sent me the pop up saying sharing screen is requested. I almost clicked share screen again, and that would have been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
know it stops the stream, but
there we go.
so
There we go.
we've I've Christmasified the site, updated the logo and the banner shield, the little hero banner we got going on, the Christus
Okay.
Rex one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, Gabe, this will show you how much I know about my own site. There is somewhere around here. So yeah, you can give by being a member too. You get exclusive
Yep.
perks for being a member.
Yeah.
Because I don't have
don't think
access yet, folks, to
I never
YouTube
added that.
memberships. I have it here. Gabe has put it in my website. And oh, we're joined by our friend. I'll bring you up now in a second, bro. Um, but yeah, Gabe, there was somewhere on the site initially where people could donate. Is that still there?
No, I don't think I've ever had just a donation portal on the site. But you can
Sure.
go to the members, and then the members takes you to. Oh, here, let me sign out. That way, I don't give out all the
Yeah,
stuff.
don't give away your details, whatever you do.
So hold on, let me go back real quick. If you click on members, now I'm signed out. It's doing it again. I what? Okay, hold on. Why? It's doing that same thing again. The supporters. There
Oh,
we go. All
oh,
right.
do you want to know where it is, Gabe? It's
What?
in. I think it's on my fourth wall page. I have
Yeah, that's
donation.
yep. So on the fourth wall page, you can join as a member,
Yes.
and it's telling me that the pricing page doesn't exist.
Well,
So it must be because I just signed out. So
yeah.
that's probably my bad.
Well,
There's
that's
also a donation portal down here, right? For like a one-time donation.
there was at one stage. I just don't know
Yeah,
where
right
it is.
here.
Yeah.
It's just recent. Oh, not under the recent posts. You
Yeah.
have it's a little bit hard to read with the
The
background, but
Christmas theme is kind of hiding it. But anyway, that's only if you wish to donate, folks. We're not really here for that tonight. We're more here for the questions. But we'll come off that now. And I give what did we come on this for? Oh yeah, talking about a camera.
oh yeah. So I mean, I right now I have one of really only one option because the other option doesn't actually work. I've got I either have to set up my phone on like a tripod thing and then use OBS.
I hear no sound at all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you loud and clear, bro.
But
Okay, I'm not sure how to.
Go ahead. Sorry, what was that?
I don't think he can hear us.
Oh, well, that's fun. But I set it up. I have to basically set up my camera and then restructure a whole thing with my streaming software on OBS in order to actually get my camera to display onto a web browser and all that.
Yeah.
It's just a big pain.
Well,
That's why I don't usually have a webcam when I'm on here.
Well, that's why I say in the future, hopefully, what we are going to do is get some upgrades for some of the boys. So, if people feel led to give towards that, please do. If not, please just pray for us. We appreciate it either way. So, right, Gabe, I have now made a request for that to be smaller. Okay, it is a little bit smaller. Also, Gabe, here's something that may be in your purview of understanding. The other day when I was streaming, I had Roman say, "Oh, he's gone offline with us."
Yeah, I see that.
Back. Yeah,
And
I think you
I
might.
closed the tab too, so it's
Yep, that's
yeah,
okay.
there we go.
So the other day, Gabe, someone gave to the ministry, and it dinged up here. It didn't do, you know, the way YouTube does it, where like such and such has donated. It just said someone's donated.
Mhm.
We just had a donation there now that came through on email.
Oh,
So
okay.
let me go and check that, folks. But thank you very much. I'm not going to name who this is, so let me just block that out. But someone just became I'm not showing it. Someone just became a a donator, so thank you very, very much. If you wish your name to be known, please go ahead and let us know. But Gabe, any reason why that would appear once and then not appear again?
I've got no clue how EVMux would handle that. I mean, for like if it was OBS, that would just be like setting up a little webhook or something like that to listen for it. But
Yeah.
I have no clue how EVMux does it.
Interesting. I thought before, because the way we have all our screens here now, I thought before maybe it just hit it, but I noticed this time it didn't. It didn't pop up last time, and it didn't pop up this time either. But anyway, I'm behind in some of these questions. Romans 8, you're back. Can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Cool
Perfect.
beans. Welcome back, man.
Let me just hit some of these questions, bro, and then we can get into a conversation. Where did I leave off here? Hope Family Boundary says, I live not far from Dearborn, Michigan, which is like the Muslim capital of the USA. So basically,
Yeah.
London over here in the UK, then. So, Tina says, an era I used to live in Southern California. I can remember hearing the call in the morning, the Islamic call to prayer. Yeah, that thing should not be allowed at all. Hope Family Boundary, try Bradford or Rotherham in England, Sharia law capital. Agreed. Then we have Phantom X11. What denomination are you? We are a mixed bunch here, my friend, but we're all Protestant so far on this stage. Anyway, Romans 8, how are you, bro? Oh, is he gone again?
No, doesn't say offline for me.
Give me a moment.
Oh, okay.
No worries. Folks, any questions at all for us, please do hit us with them. You can either join the link and come up. If you do join the link and I do not know you, you will have to remain backstage for a while. I already know Romans 8, so he's safe to come up. So we welcome conversation here. This is not a debate stream. There will be debate streams in the future, so please do follow the rules scrolling down at the bottom of the page. If you've got any other questions and you don't want to come up and talk this way, please do pop them in the chat and we'll get around to them. And if anybody does feel like donating, like someone already has, the QR code will be there whenever I turn the banner on and off, which I should probably remember to do from time to time, Gabe.
Yeah, I mean, that way they can...
Yeah.
Is there a way that you can move the QR code up a little bit for them?
I can. I'll do that now in a minute, actually. That's a good idea. Hope Family Boundary says, I have not heard the call since I was in Afghanistan. If I hear it again, I'll move my family to another state. Yeah, don't blame me, brother. It should not be allowed to play. Right. So, Gabe, any chatting is going to be on you in Romans 8 for a minute because I cannot work and talk at the same time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself if I need to manually because I'm using my phone and it's kind of awkward and I don't want to turn on my camera by accident because the camera button is right next to the mic button, so I'll just manually mute.
Mm-hmm.
Cool beans. But yeah, we do have a question from Mr. Nope, almost. Okay, it's just not on the actual EVMux chat, but it is on the YouTube chat that I can see right here. But Mr. 1989 Theology asks, Reformed Protestants question mark? No, I'm a Lutheran. Layman's a Presbyterian, and then I would imagine Shaman is probably in the Reformed camp. I'm not 100% sure.
Hello. I would put myself in the Reformed Baptist camp.
There you go, Reformed Baptist. Oh, all right. Cool beans. Okay.
Sorry, boys. I'm not meaning to be awkward here.
Oh, you're good. I do hear a little bit of an echo, Mr. Shaman.
Sorry about that. I will see if I can fix it.
Oh, you're good. Good to see another Lutheran in the house. Well, howdy, Mr. Duffman. Howdy to you as well.
Duffman's Lutheran, is he?
Yeah, I mean, he said good to see another Lutheran in the house, so I'm assuming so, but...
Yeah. Sorry, folks, I'm nearly done. I am just trying to play around with this QR code to see if we can... The only problem is if we get more guests, I'm going to have to just resize it again anyway, because then the cameras will take over.
And then 1989 Theology says, heck yeah, just love my Lutheran brothers and I'm a Presbyterian. Sweet. Nice, dude.
Nice. Yes, I can see now. So Duffman says, "Good to see another Lutheran in the house." Yes, we love the Lutherans around here. Gabe's a good friend of mine. 1989. Oh, you've read these, brother. Sorry, I'm just
Yeah.
bringing. I
The
love.
actual chat on the EV Mux is not updating. Like when you click it, it updates, but when you don't click on those chat messages, it's just not showing up on there. So I have to.
Oh, it's showing up on my end. I wonder if that's just because you're there. There is a feature on here that I keep forgetting to do. I can add you and Zach as like proper co-hosts, so that way you've got access to the studio. But I don't know if that'll help doing that. Then
Yeah, I don't know.
okay,
But
so it says
I got YouTube open, so I can read it. Sorry, go
okay.
ahead.
Yeah, no worries. I really don't like. I have to have it on the smaller one because okay, it looks okay on YouTube. It's just on my screen. It looks a little bit weird, but I don't like the new display. I have to choose that one because it's smaller, right? If I
Mhm.
go back to the other one, it's too big, but that one does not look good. So I'm going to try and read this on YouTube as well. So I'm the outlier here then. So I'm born Catholic and still feel drawn to the church, but I'm open. We are all brothers and sisters in Christ, I hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's our opinion here, my friend. I'm fairly sure Romans 8, you can correct me, bro, but I think I've seen you say similar as well. I hold that there are many Roman Catholics and Eastern Orthodox people that are saved, and I can conclude that they're my brothers and sisters in Christ, but I don't
Um,
operate from
there
the same.
are many. I agree. There are many Eastern Orthodox and Roman Catholics who are saved, but I can't assume it up front because I do not consider those. There's too much false teaching in those traditions at this point. I would put them in a similar category of Seventh Day Adventists.
Mhm.
Seventh Day Adventism is Trinitarian now. They are both, Catholic and Eastern Orthodox are Trinitarian. There is some gospel in there. I can't necessarily affirm brotherhood immediately, but I would much rather someone be Catholic or Eastern Orthodox than Mormon or atheist. So,
Yeah,
I mean, many of them are saved.
yeah. Well, that's why I say I think a lot of people just assume. Oh, sorry, bro. Can you mute just a second?
Yeah.
Sorry, unfortunately, bro. I think it's maybe because you're on the phone. There's feedback. Um, yeah, Gabe and I have had many interactions with Roman Catholics on here. Less so Eastern Orthodox. I've been really struggling to get some of those guys to debate. They like operating in their own circles, really. But yeah, I don't automatically close the doors of salvation to anybody. But like much of what Romans 8 was saying, I don't automatically assume it either. But yeah. Um, 1989 says he agrees with Shaman on that. Yep. Hope on the boundary they are saved in spite of the church. If they are saved, it is because they do not believe Roman Catholicism is taught by the Roman Catholic Church. Yep. Well, folks, anybody else wants to call in, please do. Romans 8, you are free to chat whenever you want, bro. Just mute whenever you're finished because I think there's a feedback loop, unfortunately. And Gabe,
Yeah, I know the source of it. It's because I'm using a bone conducting um
Oh, that's
ear.
cool.
Yeah, well, it was a gift from a friend. It was nice of him, but I don't
Mhm.
really. The last time I was in a call, my mic quality was bad. So I'm using my phone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I think you sound great right now. It's
yeah.
just we have a little bit of feedback where we're hearing ourselves, which, I mean, with the bone conduction stuff, it's got to vibrate like crazy in order to build it, or at least do its little shockwave. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's a lot.
Well, you said exactly what I was going to say. He sounds incredibly clear. It's just unfortunately when he leaves his mic open and we're speaking, we hear each other. But gents, I will still be here. I just need to hop over to Rumble for a minute because we have a troll. So I will be back.
Alrighty, but yeah, no. When it comes down to like the Roman Catholic thing, since we're still somewhat on that topic, I know most of everyone's gotten their piece out with that. For me, I tend to put it like this: I would rather someone be Roman Catholic than Muslim, Mormon, or
Oh yeah.
Jehovah's Witness. Also,
Oh for sure.
I have my disagreements with Rome, but I do think it's a legitimate church. I mean, I
Well,
I would say legitimate church in the sense of like what makes a church, and then when you're comparing that with a lot of these smaller groups and like cult groups and stuff.
well, that's the only clarification I was going to give there is I would say what the reformers and the confession say. I would say there are many true churches within her, but Rome herself is not a true church.
Okay.
I know that probably sounds a
Oh, I
little
would.
pedantic, but like
My
I
bad.
agree with the reformers there. Sorry, what was that, Romans?
I would put it the same way. I would put it the same way. I do. I actually think that Roman Catholicism would be, if it were not a billion people who profess that, I think they would be considered a very weird cult. It is just as sectarian as the way Roman Catholicism works today is a very. I'm not trying to be mean here, but it's pretty dishonest. They've rewritten a lot of their theology without admitting it.
Mhm.
Vatican II contradicts Vatican I. Vatican I kind of, to some extent, does contradict the Roman Catholic tradition before then, because there was no papal infallibility before 1871. Some try to claim, well, it was just use different terminology or what, It, Raymond Brown, who died in '98, he was a Jesuit scholar. I think he was a Jesuit, liberal by any modern standard, but more conservative than virtually any Jesuit today.
Mm-hmm.
Basically said, Rome, just 40 years earlier, there would have been no toleration for the method of interpretation that existed in Vatican II. What was really going on is that they were taking the Roman Catholic Church in a new direction and trying to preserve what could be preserved. And one moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of Roman Catholics might even agree with you there, especially if you get to like the slightly more hardcore Latin guys who are like Latin Mass only.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them would probably look at it and be like, "Yeah, no, the church has done things with the Norvis Ordo service, for example. That's where they're usually gonna."
A lot of
Yep.
those guys are sedevacantists.
Some of them are, yeah.
Yeah,
But there are some that are like,
all, but a lot.
yeah, but some of them are like, yeah, there's a problem with the Norvis Ordo where the church made a change where now it's trying to appease the men or appease men instead of uh, do what God wants us to do.
Mm-hmm.
And they would look at that and say, yeah, so what I'm trying to get at, to shorten up my words rather than rambling on, I think a lot of Roman Catholics would even agree that, yeah, a lot of the teachings nowadays aren't necessarily perfect or like the church. I think they could say the church has made mistakes or has made like decisions that it shouldn't have made,
Mm-hmm.
even though they might not be able to actually say it in that language.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see what Dino says. Dino said, I do not hold
Is
that
they know, by the
all
way.
RC
Sorry.
teaching. Yeah, Dino says, I do not hold with all RC teaching, but the church has brought me immense peace. I do not get strung out
Mm-hmm.
of the. I do not get strung out of the veneration.
Veneration.
Maybe I'm reading this. Yeah, that sentence just seems weird to me.
I think
Veneration of
it means
icons and relationship
he
with
doesn't get hung
Christ.
up on it. Yeah, I just think it means he doesn't get hung up on it. He views it more as like
Oh, okay.
with Christ.
Okay. Yeah, the word that got me there was strung up then, or it was strung out then. I was
Strung
like,
out.
that's weird.
It's a UK term. If someone was strung out, it means they're losing their mind over it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Tina says, ask some good questions, folks. I'm heading the Bible study. Yes, please do ask questions, folks. As in, ask me anything. Ask us anything. If you want to
Are
come
you
up,
still getting feedback?
Very little, but yeah, I can hear it.
like it's not.
I turned the volume down.
You're good.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad anymore. So don't worry.
Okay.
Much. But yes, sorry. I was just going to say, if anybody does want to come up, the link is in the chat. It's pinned in the chat, so you can come up and talk. Hope Family Boundary says development of doctrine. Yes, and before anybody says it, Cardinal Newman did not come up with development of doctrine. He popularized it. He did not come up with it.
Mhm.
Here's a nice spicy one. And then I say hope family boundary sounds spicy after it, actually. What's y'all's views on Christian nationalism? I'll keep it short and sweet. Nations should be Christian. Guys?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that, though. Like, I think the real problem that I tend to run into with the whole Christian nationalism movement is that there seems to be a lot of added stuff on there that a lot of the because it's not just one movement. I shouldn't say it like it's one monolithic movement.
It's not. That's why I said
But a lot of the smaller movements will go out there and they'll try to add more to it.
Mhm.
I want the United States. I'm an American, so I want the United States to be a Christian country. But when you when you add certain things onto it, I just don't think that it's right. But,
Well, I'll let Roman say it go now in a second, but that's why I kept it short and sweet. There is a plethora of models of Christian nationalism, so I don't even get bogged down in well, which camp do you fall into? Because there's just too much discourse going on in that. But to put it short and sweet, should a nation be Christian? Yes, our laws should be based upon God's law. Christians should want that. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, sorry, Roman, say it.
Yes, I would put myself in the Christian nationalism camp. I honestly, they're really, if you want to understand Christian nationalism, at least from what an American version of that is, there really is nothing better you can read than Stephen Wolf's Case for Christian Nationalism. I read it in 2023, maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe. I think it was 2023. Maybe it was early 24.
Yeah.
I think it was 23, though. And I was expecting to disagree with a lot, and I found that I disagreed with very little.
Yeah.
And what I did disagree with was sort of like minor articulations of interpretation of Scripture.
Mhm.
It doesn't cite Scripture very often. Part of the book is really almost should just be called an introduction to Reformation political thought and the American version, the American stream of that. It does touch on modern problems. It touches on elite theory. You know, why are so many of our pastors in America bad? Not just the fake liberal ones, but the ones that are ostensibly conservative. Why are they punishing men for things that aren't sins? Why are they excommunicating them?
Yeah.
Well, it's because the entire regime, which would include Hollywood, universities, economic incentive structures, the federal government, the mainstream media, even the book publishers, there's a bunch more to it than that. The entire pressure, the institutions trend toward liberalism. And there's the problem with Christian nationalism is not the Christian nationalism part. It is the sectarianism that is happening. There's enormous amounts of purity spiraling going on right now. It's really bad. People are, you're getting. I don't want to say anything that would. I don't want to throw any. There's people that I do not like. Okay, but I'm not going to mention them because I want to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
There's there's people who want to make Christian nationalism not have nationalism. Those people want to get rid. Like, what I mean by nationalism, I mean ethno-nationalism. On some level, if it's not about a people group which involves their race, it's not nationalism anymore. You're just looking at, well, I just want the government to enforce God's law, which we all should want.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other side, you have people who have highly specific requirements that they want, where, I don't think many of them are doing this, but some are just saying, well, Baptists aren't real Christians. They're just not part of the visible church. And they're saying, because their justification is, well, John Calvin said this, or Martin Luther said that, or whoever. And so, we're just going to basically make it illegal for you to not baptize your babies, basically. There are people who do that. On one side, there's purity spiraling sectarianism, which I think is very much of a problem. And on the other side, they want to dilute it and get rid of the ethnic component, which then what are you back to? You're just back to America as an economic zone. But American has a definition. Native American originally meant white, Northern European, generally Protestant people. That doesn't mean there aren't people who are adjacent to that. It doesn't mean no one else at all can occupy the same land, but these are the problems that we're having right now. And I would, if you want to be, if you want a definition of Christian nationalism that's simple, it's nationalism Christianized. Your culture, your laws, and are influenced by the Christian religion, but that doesn't mean your way of life is fundamentally altered. I would expect Christian nationalism to be different in different countries. I know India's getting a lot of heat right now, and I don't want to get into that, but I am post-millennial. I do think the Great Commission will succeed, and Indian Christian nationalism will look a little bit different, or a lot different probably, than somewhere else. French, Irish, English, American, Mexican, or whatever. There will be differences. We do share faith, but we aren't the same nation. So Christian nationalism can and it be different among nations, and it probably should be. It probably has to be, to tailor to the needs of the way of life of particular peoples.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense. I mean, Christianity as a religion can really operate in any type of government structure. Like if you like, I mean, on like if you're like, for example, let's look at China with the CCP. Why they don't want, like I mean, they have their Christian church there, but for most part, they don't really push for people to become Christian. But I look at that and I go, why wouldn't you want your people to be Christian if you're a giant communist party? Like Christians are naturally more submissive to the government because we would affirm that the government does have a true authority over us. And then you have that same thing for socialism and capitalism and any other economic structure you might have, or any other type of government structure you might have. Christianity just tends to work well in them all. So you could even have that with, you could still have your socialist utopias and your Christian nationalism together. So, I mean, I could get that. I think from my vantage point with my heart, the thing that has me hard sold on, trying to make sure I'm using the right analogy there. The thing that makes it difficult for me to just straight up go full blown with the Christian nationalism thing is the very type of people you're talking about, where they go, well, for example, they'll say, like, I know a lot of the guys that you're probably talking about where they're referring to Baptists not being part of the church, or they're saying that, there's this group's not Christian, that group's not Christian, so you have to be like explicitly, basically, my version of, Presbyterianism or whatever. If you're not my version of Presbyterianism, then you're not actually part of my Christian nationalism or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of that going around, and that's part of what makes it hard sell. Like, I joined a Discord server. I might still be in it. I might not be in it. And they were all trying to sell me on this Christian nationalism thing. I'm like, okay, what is it? And they clipped me. It may have been the little snippets out of that book that you referenced. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember what the book was. But they just sent me those little snippets, and I read it. And I'm like, okay, I can agree with this. But then when you're actually watching their dialogues, I lurk around in the chats, and I just watch them chat back and forth. A little bit of a lurker, yep. It kind of goes with, just joining Discord servers and not saying much.
Yeah.
But I just watched. I would watch it, and it would get down into like this super racial stuff where they're like, you kind of mentioned it a little bit with India and all that stuff, but it became more than just about like a people group. It became like super racialized, and they're like, yeah, no, I don't think I can say half the stuff that they said, but it wasn't a whole bunch. Like, it wasn't a lot of positive stuff.
No,
and it was.
Don't you two be taking my stream down before
Yeah.
Ethics come and take the stream down.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, while you two were chatting, I went ahead and updated the stream to include a couple of hashtags to see if we can maybe generate a couple of guests. If not, no worries. This is kind of our first time really moving into this realm, and the title, I guess, is not provocative enough. So maybe next time we'll get more guests, but I'm going to be around for a bit. If any of you guys need to go at any stage, feel free. But I'm going to be streaming for a bit, and who knows who or what we will get. But folks, if you do have any questions, please do pop them in the chat. Give us things to talk about. Because other than that, gents, there's been an awful lot of sad stuff in the news, and it's not that I don't want to talk about it, but
Trying to give people a little bit of a break from it.
yeah, my own mind needs a break from it too. I've had an awful lot of back and forth with Muslims over this last 2 days, and X is interesting. X used to be a place where I got a lot of interaction, and it does not matter now what I post. Like, I'll get a lot of likes, I'll get a lot of retweets. You don't get a lot of people actually replying to you anymore. Threads is mainly where I spend my time now. Now, people can say what they want about Threads. Threads is a place where if you post something as simple as a Bible verse, you will get multiple different, denominations, religions, whatever, popping in to tell you you're wrong. So Threads is where I'm spending more of my time at the moment, because it's over in Threads where I'm starting to make a few connections for debates. So we've got a couple of debates lined up in the future. I want to upgrade some of the equipment first before we do that, because I do not run these streams alone, mainly because I'm bad at multitasking. But I'm normally tend to be the main talker, and I cannot talk and do things at the same time. That's why I really appreciate whenever I've got Gabe or Zach or Romans on here. Onion Lover, whenever he's about, I don't know what he's at tonight. He hasn't appeared, but Threads is where it's at, gentlemen.
Does Threads require an Instagram account? Because I remember it was part of Instagram, wasn't it?
I think it used to do it. I think now, even though they're still obviously tied together, you can sign up and have it.
Last I checked, you do. Can you hear me, or is it not working?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Okay, yeah. I got suspended for like a few minutes, and then I appealed it, and it immediately unsuspended me. I don't know what the heck I don't even know what caused that.
It was probably just some sort of bot detection. I know that triggers false positives on people all the time.
Well, also Threads is just a place like it is popping with people having like back and forth debates. So the likelihood is someone maybe reported something to you, and then when you appealed it, they were just like, "Yeah, that's nothing to be flagged."
I do have to create an Instagram account to use it.
Gabe,
I just downloaded the app, and it's like it says log in with Instagram, and then it says create an Instagram account. I'm like, oh, come on, I can't just use some sort of.
Don't use it.
Yeah, I don't like Instagram. I don't want to give them numbers.
Well, you may not, but remember, you are going to go live on YouTube at some stage, so you could post little short clips over on Instagram without really using it. So get on Threads. We want you on Threads.
I tried
Threads
using
is,
just the threads.com, and it requires Instagram also. Oh my
Threads
goodness.
is more liberal than Twitter, but less liberal or left wing or whatever you want to call it than Blue Sky. Blue Sky is a hellscape of, I don't know, the worst people.
Yeah, there's a lot of those other ones that I don't go near. Like, I was considering Gab until multiple people reached out to me and were like, "Nah." But I've heard too many things online of people. Hopefully, you guys understand what I'm saying here, because I don't really want to bring this up on the channel. But there's been an awful lot of people getting arrested for cheese pizza on some of those apps.
Yeah, I don't know.
I did not know that.
Gab.
Yeah,
I did not know that. I know.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
My impression of Gab is it's mostly a bunch of it's like very, very insane, unhinged, intolerant people. And I'm pretty intolerant myself, but intolerant in a different way that is insufferable, if that makes sense. It's just, they're all conspiratards. They believe it's just, and I'm not saying all conspiracy theories are wrong, but it's like, it's like JQ boomers on Gab. And while I do like that Torba has tried to maintain free speech there, Gab is, you can definitely get more interaction easier, which is good. But Gab is not a credible platform, and probably won't. I mean, I don't want to say I don't want to say never say never.
Yeah.
But unless it gets back on app stores, it's not. It can't be.
It won't get back on app stores for two reasons. One is app stores banned them way back in, I think, 2017. But also, even if they did allow them back on, Torba, it takes a lot of pride in the fact that they're banned from app stores, so they're using that as like a selling point, so they never will go back on app stores anyway. But just before we come back to that, Samsco says, "What resources would you recommend to someone who would like to know more about church history but doesn't know where to start?" An excellent starting resource is Nick Needham's 2000 Years of Christ's Power 5 volume set. They used to be fairly pricey, but now you can get each volume for about under £20 here. So like, yeah, probably maybe about, I don't know what that'd be in dollars for you guys, but it's not too bad, and you don't have to get every volume at once. If you then want something a little bit more in depth, check out Books in Church History by Alistair McGrath. Then I would suggest starting reading some of the church fathers. You can find a lot of their material online for free. Gabe?
I would usually just say go directly to the primary sources. You know, just if you want to know what Athanasius said, just read Athanasius.
For someone that's just starting into church history, I would not.
Okay. I don't know. I've found most stuff I've read on like getting into church history just tends to be, from my opinion, bloated and just not very helpful. But that could just be from my vantage point. So
no, I agree with what you're saying, but I would say here, just because she specifies she would like to know more about church history but doesn't know where to start. The reason why I would say don't jump in with the church fathers is the church fathers spoke in a way that was very plain, but what ended up happening in church history is a lot of extra stuff gets read back into them. Well, this is what they meant, this is what they said. I would say avoid that, because a lot of people get their faith rocked, because they'll go, oh, well, the church fathers were clearly Roman Catholic, and it's like, no, they weren't. So I would say don't jump in with the church fathers, not right away. Like, you want to have an overview of church history. That's my opinion, but you can push back on that if you want, Gabe.
No, I mean,
I think a very good resource, which is a lot less difficult to get into, Ryan Reeves' YouTube channel is one of the best. He's I don't know if he's still a professor. He used to be at I think it was Gordon Conwell.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Reeves, Reeves, I think. Ryan Reeves. He his YouTube channel has a bunch of stuff on there that's really good. I would also recommend Bruce Gore. Bruce Gore is a bunch of great lectures. I think some of what Bruce... Now, I don't know what Reeves says about all this myself, but some of the things that I've heard Bruce Gore say are not, strictly speaking, accurate, but then again, that's because I've read specialist material.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Gore has an incorrect, I think, in some ways, understanding of the Crusades. If you're interested in the Crusades specifically, which is not probably the primary thing you guys are interested in, but if you're interested in the Crusades, I would recommend the latest edition by Thomas Madden, like a concise history of the Crusades, or Jonathan Riley Smith's History of the Crusades edition 4 or 3. I've read edition 2, but there's edition 4 out. Those are useful. That's more about political history. It does involve Christianity.
Yeah.
Another book I'd recommend on the Crusades would be The Crusades by, I think it's Stephen Tibble.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets into the relationships between various sects that lived in the area of Levant, Syria. But Ryan Reeves is a great channel. Bruce Gore may oversimplify some things in some cases. Now, I'm not saying, because I don't know everything, right? But, it may just be a few things that I think that he's mistaken on.
Yeah.
Maybe Rodney Stark. His book, it's called Discovering God, is a history of religion in general.
Mm-hmm.
Which it does focus on Christianity a lot. These are books that I've read and I can recommend.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. She then says here are some of the primary sources in reference to Gabe. Gabe, you can give some as well here, but I would say Ignatius, Polycarp, John Chrysostom, any of the early church fathers is a good place for primary sources, but I would say do not jump into them right away. You want to kind of ground yourself in
Yeah.
church history as an overview first, because here's where I think a culture shock happens to a lot of people. A lot of people are in more modern sort of evangelical church type settings, so they're not used to things like words like liturgy or whatever else. Then
Mhm.
they read all this stuff in the church fathers and they go, "Oh wow, the early church was Roman Catholic," and it throws them off. So that's why I would say don't jump into them. I would say read church history as a whole first. But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, before I get into that, I did want to say I do have a book on my bookshelf here.
Yeah.
It's titled Church History in Plain Language. I've got the fifth edition. Don't know how the editions are actually different or anything. So if you want to get that one, you can get that one. Otherwise, feel free to get one of the other editions. But it's by Bruce Shelley and Marshall Shelley. So if I'm remembering correctly, it's just kind of a very generic summary over, generally across all church history.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, for resources, I mean, you have First Clement is a good one. Letters of Ignatius of Antioch, and then you've got Letters of Polycarp to the Philippians, Martyrdom of Polycarp. You got a lot of good stuff. Usually, it's you find a church father that you're interested, and you just pull up what they wrote, and then you can go ahead and get those
Mm-hmm.
sources. And most of them are free because they get
Yeah.
widely transmitted and copied and translated, and they're everywhere. So, and
Also,
I'm working on a resource to provide those for people. So,
you are indeed. That's right. Also, what I would say is read the Didache. The
yeah,
Didache is an excellent piece of work.
the Didache was one of our first pieces of writing in all like Christian history, right? It's
Yep.
one of the first actual religious pieces written by Christians. And it just, I mean, it's generic. It covers like ethics, baptism, the Eucharist, and like
Oh, it's so
general life stuff.
it's
So,
so good though. But because whenever people are like, "Oh, but the Christians never addressed abortion," you're like, "Have you read the Didache?"
mhm.
So go ahead and read those, Sam, and you can come back and let us know how smart you've gotten since reading them all. Oh dear,
Good
Rumsey,
to
I
know.
popped a comment up there as well. Just put it up one more time. I'm guessing this is another book you recommend.
Yeah, and yes, that is great, but that there is nothing like that book. I spoke with Mr. Davis by phone in late 2013 when I was working on a Huguenot project. That there is no book better than his book on the Huguenots, and this is a book that I think you could probably download PDFs of for free.
Yeah.
Then it's got vignettes on history. It's a very very good. Some of the older encyclopedias, dictionaries, reference works, they do have the weakness of not having um, information on developments like the Dead Sea Scrolls and certain things like this. But some of the older works are so good that they're still used regularly.
Yeah.
The new Schaff Herzog Encyclopedia of Religious Knowledge has quite a bit of information on church history, and if I recall correctly, I did rely on that to some extent for my Huguenot project.
Awesome. Awesome.
Cool beans.
Folks, just once again, a little reminder, just as we are here, this is an Ask Us Anything stream. If you do want to come up and talk, the link is pinned in the chat. I've also pasted it throughout the chat as well, just so people can find it. If I do not know you, you will be kept backstage for a little bit, just so I can make sure you're not going to do anything stupid. We will have debate streams coming up in the future. So if you're coming up tonight and you have a question, that's a-okay. If you disagree with us, that is also okay. But we are not really going to be debating back and forth tonight. So if you come up and you have a question, we'll answer it. We can go back and forth a little bit. But if it moves into an area of debate, I will simply boot you from the stream and you can come back next time whenever we are having an actual debate night. So if anyone does want to come up, you can. We have 111 watching across all four platforms. We will have more platforms going live, by the way, whenever I move over to the other plan. And I just realized Rumble dropped their stream for some reason. Sorry, gents, I'm going to have to leave you for a second to try and bring that back up.
All right. Wonder if it was when you were changing the title, or did you only change that on YouTube?
I only changed it in YouTube, but I don't know. It might have done something funky.
Maybe. I got notification. What's that? Hey, I actually got a reply from Paul Williams. Yep. Yeah, I'll take it.
We're back on Rumble. Back on Rumble. Sorry, you got a reply from who?
Paul Williams. You know, that guy who keeps arguing. He's the guy who will literally follow, like...
Is he the Muslim dude?
He is a Muslim dude, yeah.
Yeah, he's from...
He follows a whole bunch of people around, and he...
Yeah.
Like, anytime a show goes up trying to debate, like, Inspiring Philosophy did a show, he jumped right on that.
Mm-hmm.
He actually responded to one of my replies, so I can read this real quick. He says, the man who tackled the shooter in... Is it Bombay or Bombay? I'll say Bombay, or... No, Bombay.
Oh, the beach?
Yeah.
I would need to see it written in front of me, but...
It's B-O-N... Oh, Bondi. B-O-N-D-I.
Yeah.
Bondi Beach, and prevented him from killing more people, was Ahmed Al-Ahmed, a 43-year-old Muslim fruit shop owner. I then responded, yet we have Muslims on this platform calling him a traitor. Obviously, I probably should have deleted this reply too, but that was in reference to the one post. And I said, why is that? And then he responded to me with one word, delusional. So
he is delusional. I'm glad he admits it. But the other thing is, though, but here's the interesting thing. This is why I tell Christians, don't be so quick to jump on things, because here's where we make ourselves seem like idiots too. There is too many different reports going out at the minute. The Muslims are claiming that because his name's Ahmed or Ahmed, that he's a Muslim. There are other people claiming that he is a Marianite Christian because he's got crosses on his shop and stuff. Here's the thing. See, whenever these types of things happen, everybody tries to like claim, oh, he's one of ours. Just wait till the report comes out.
Yeah, or if you're... Sorry.
Just going to say, the simple thing is, if it comes out that he is a Muslim, okay, that does not change the fact that the majority of... And I need to be very careful because the other platforms I'm on allow me to say it, but YouTube, unfortunately, is the main one. If he is part of Islam, and I'm going to space these words out a bit, his religion commands him to do such a thing. Not the Ahmed guy, the actual shooter. So it doesn't matter whether a Muslim stopped him or not. So, you know, Paul Williams can claim all he wants. He's delusional.
Yeah, I was going to say, or just, you know, be better than me and don't just assume someone's a Christian, because sometimes they post things and they're not actually posting it on... It's supposed to be a little bit edgy content, and you just assume that they're not a Christian. You assume they're a Muslim based on that, but really they're just throwing a jab at Muslims, and that's what I was in referencing there when I said, why are some saying that they're a traitor?
Yeah, because the simple thing is, though, but is, like I said, even if he is a Muslim that stopped a Muslim shooter, that doesn't prove anything other than he's a good guy. That has nothing to do with Islam. Islam is very clear in what must be done to the infidel.
Oh, but Layman, you forgot the Muslim guy that was shooting at the people on the beach, actually part of the IDF.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you've been seeing that all over your feed too.
At any time there's an attack by Islam, they claim it's Israel.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Romans 8, you had your mic open. Were you going to say something?
Yeah, a lot of non-Muslims
Yeah, I
Oh,
think you cut out there.
Um,
Yeah, you went
you know,
robot mode on us for a
they
moment. If you want to repeat that.
I said a lot of non-Christians are not big fans of Islam. You know, I don't want to, I have to be careful. I don't want YouTube to get mad, but
yeah.
there's a reason why they're not very popular,
Yeah. Yep. I think a lot can be said on YouTube. You just have to be very careful that you don't say it all in one sentence. I think sometimes it can be spread out. It's more YouTube's algorithm, because nothing gets reviewed by a human on YouTube until like it's submitted.
Now it
So
all gets
a
reviewed
lot,
by Gemini.
yeah, exactly. So a lot of times there's just certain words and phrases you have to avoid saying together. But like, yeah, if YouTube wasn't as popular as it was, like Rumble is good. Rumble, like I've started uploading a lot more to Rumble, and we're starting to get a lot more commenters over there. But like, whenever you look at our current viewership, right? So we've got 135 currently watching, and we are an hour or two earlier than we normally stream. So that's pretty good. We've got 9 watching on YouTube, 1 on Twitch, 125 on X, and 2 on Rumble. So like it shows you what brings in the majority of people is X, because they can watch at the same time while still operating X, and they're often tweeting back and forth, and that's why you don't really see them comment as much in the chat. But if I could drop YouTube, I would, because it's too there's too much censorship with it. But unfortunately, YouTube is where there is a huge audience at the same time, so it's a bit of a catch-22. So
Yeah, you drop YouTube, you drop the potential to reach like literally billions of people.
yep, yep. Not to mention, I can't say too much at the moment, but Gabe, you probably know who I'm talking about based on what I said to you before streaming. But I may be doing a collab with some nice little Islamic dilemma people very shortly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
it will, because we want to do more on Islam over here. That's why you're seeing me being more active on X with it. But Threads
Yeah.
is where all the actual pushback is. Get out of
Yeah, I'll have to just suck it up and just go over there and argue with Muslims on there.
Come join. Come join.
Well, right now it's just not letting me actually create the Instagram account. I'm clicking the sign up button. It's just saying, well, it's not saying anything. It's just not doing anything. So
Yeah, it doesn't want you, Gabe. They don't
yeah,
want.
maybe it's just a sign that I shouldn't be using it.
No, it's definitely not that. It's definitely not that.
Okay.
Oh dear. Well, gents, anything you guys want to chat about? Because we're very light on the old questions here, and no one's really engaging, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, that comment was really all I got. Right now, okay. I'm going to use the app and try creating an account
Yeah.
with the app. We'll see if it does. Okay, it's forcing me to use a mobile number for this.
So while this is not really the topic of conversation, I accidentally broke my own X algorithm.
How'd you do that?
Um, I can't say it on YouTube. I can allude to it, but I can't say it on YouTube because I'll definitely get kicked. But you know the one where I posted the toilet water?
Oh, yeah.
It is generating so many likes that my comments are not appearing, because like all my notifications is because it's doing it in batches of 100. It's like 109 people like this post, 108 people like this post, whatever the number is.
Mhm.
And every time I click into it, it just keeps growing. And I'm like, I broke my own algorithm.
I mean, that happens. I mean, I know whenever I have a post that gets a ton of likes, I usually just get the likes instead of all the comments and
Oh,
stuff.
look, Gabe. Look, we have a friend. Muhammad himself.
The
The Muhammad has joined.
Yeah,
Where's that?
here, YouTube.
Muhammad.
Dear folks following Jesus strictly will not a man get a man one girlfriend or one wife, or have achieved children's from the wives or females. Reason Jesus was sinless Jewish men, as Quran say.
I have no clue what he's trying to say there.
I have no idea. I think he's trying to say following Jesus strictly will not get you a girlfriend or a wife, as where what being a Muslim will. Interesting. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for tonight. I have to go. Stay safe in Christ. Peace and love to you. Peace and love.
Take care, Dino.
Muhammad, my friend, I have got respectfully. I'm not saying this to be rude. Your English is not great there. I'm not saying that to be horrible. I'm really not sure what you're trying to say. However, we do follow Jesus. Jesus is sinless. He is the Son of God. He takes away the sin of the world. And if you think we're wrong, come up and have a discussion with us. The link is in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Thanks, reader. You get the message."
What?
Yeah, I don't know, Muhammad. We're not trying to poke fun or laugh at you, my friend.
Sorry, that was
no. I'm not even saying it because of that. It's just like your English isn't great, my friend, and it's a little bit hard to understand you. But again, I'm going to restate the claim: Jesus is God. Do you believe that, my friend? I know what your answer is, but that's what we're asking you. Do you believe that Jesus is God? While we're waiting, Gabe, what were you discussing earlier there?
I don't even remember.
Oh,
Probably something about me trying to create this Threads account, but
oh yeah.
I was gonna have to just bite the bullet and create an Instagram too.
You're gonna have to do it.
Oh boy.
You still with us, Romans 8? Nope. Is he gone?
Wait, I can log in with usernames. No. Wait. Log in with now it just wants me to do it. Yeah.
I think Romans 8's gone.
Says he's online for me, so
I know he's online, but I don't see his mic moving or.
No, I'm here. I just had myself muted.
Oh, there you
go. All right.
Reader Quran say don't worship male or female, Jesus or Mother Mary. Muhammad, my friend, there's a link in the chat if you wish to come up and talk. I'd be interested to think why you think...
He's probably referring to the... He might be referring to the Coloridians, which the Quran misunderstands the Trinity and believes that Mary and Jesus are... Well, Jesus is, but that Mary is a member of the Trinity.
Yep.
I'm gonna dip out and come back because it's bad.
Okay, no worries.
All right. That's it. Yeah, it's Quran 4, verse 171 or Surah 171. So 4:171, O people of the book, do not go to extremes regarding your faith. Say nothing about Allah except the truth. The messenger Jesus, son of Mary, was no more than a messenger of Allah and the fulfillment of his word through Mary and the Spirit and a Spirit created by command from him. So believe in Allah and his messenger and do not say Trinity. Stop for your own good. Allah is only one God. Glory be to him. He is far above having a son. He is far above having a son. Explanation point. Angry. I don't know. I'm reading the end of that. To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth, and Allah is sufficient as trustee of affairs, or trustee of affairs. Oh my goodness gracious! I'm sorry. I'm so illiterate. Yeah, no. So that just to me shows that the God of the Quran just doesn't understand the Trinity.
That's why I'm waiting for Muhammad to reply, because
Yeah.
there's no point interacting with a vague statement whenever he's not here. He doesn't know what the Trinity is. He couldn't articulate the Trinity, because that's what I'm going to ask him if he pops up. But also, the God of the Quran is Muhammad. That's why he doesn't understand the Trinity. Muhammad has
Mhm.
no clue what the Trinity is, nor what it teaches.
Yeah.
Unhinged Momo, how are you, my friend? They
Oh,
do indeed. Apparently, we will unhinge Momo. We will not get multiple wives if we just follow Jesus strictly.
yep.
So
And then we also have a question from Duffman.
stop.
Duffman asks, "Here's a dumb question. How do you know what ministry you are called to do?"
That's not a dumb question. It's a tough question.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can sound very vague. But here's what I would say: what has God gifted you at, Duffman? And if you don't know, ask your friends and family around you. What are your giftings in the faith? Because I find your giftings are also more often than not related to your calling. So if you're a teacher, it may be something in maybe doing something like this. Or maybe you're called to help teach at the church, to teach the youth, whatever it is. Depends on what your giftings are, my friend. Other than that, pray on it, fast on it.
Mm-hmm.
That would
It
be my advice.
it could also be, circumstances that are taking place around you. Because at least from my understanding, God doesn't just operate in like he's not going to just give you a dream telling you what to do, right?
Mhm.
But if there's a massive void going on in your church somewhere, that can be a sign saying, hey, go fill in this role, right? I mean, that's not necessarily directly for you, but it still could be seen as that. So that's just two different approaches to answer the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. My chat is all of messed up when I'm reading it on the EV Mux and then going over to here.
Yeah, you're probably just better reading it on the thing, because I'll be pulling.
Yeah.
I need to run to the bathroom very quickly. But Mohammed, my friend, if you're not on Hinge Momo, by the way, but Mohammed, if you're still watching, I'm still waiting on you. The chat is open. There he is.
Yep.
Second reader who made mistake reading the Quran. The Quran rejects biologically understanding of God and his humans. That's why we must reject the Trinity. Jesus also say his Holy Spirit is different power and entity. Mohammed, click the link and come up, my friend. Click the link and come up, because I can show you from your book that your God doesn't have a clue what the Trinity is.
Yeah. I'm like, again, I just read it right there. I don't know what to tell you outside of literally just reading it.
Yeah, like I don't know how a mistake can be made if you're just reading it. But anyway, Gabe, I will leave you for a second. I just need to go to the bathroom and I'll be back.
Cool beans. Every Christian needs to remember that verse. What verse? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry if you guys hear the bird in the background. There goes the other one. They're both going off now. Oh man. Let's see. Let me read the context. Context. Sahih Muslim 146, chapter 65. Sahih Muslim 146, chapter 65, clarifying that Islam started as something strange and will revert to being something strange, and it will retreat between the two. I'm gonna mispronounce this. Massaged. I can't. I'm sorry. Certain words I just cannot get out properly. Islam is very much something strange. That is for sure, though. That is for sure. Yes, I'm sorry about the birds. I mean, if you guys don't mind them, they're nice birds. It's just the one's super loud. The second one that you probably heard with the slightly louder squawks, he's in particularly super loud.
The word, Gabe, you were looking for was masjid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
masjid. Yeah.
Also, a slight correction, my friend. It's not a mosque. It's more of a teaching house. The masjid's slightly different.
Yeah.
Little double bird action.
Yeah, they're
Says, hey,
both
birdie.
right now in the same room, so they're just gonna start yelling at each other.
Mohammed, my friend, I'm still waiting. You're in the chat. There's a link. Come up and talk. Mr. Onion Lover, why don't you come up on the panel?
Oh, he's in the chat.
He is, and he
I
won't come
don't.
up.
He's not coming up in my. Oh, he's on Twitch. That's why I'm like, he's not even coming up on my YouTube chat. My YouTube chat's broken now too.
Come on, Mr. Onion Lover. We're calling you out as well.
Unhinged Momo said that he could be his brother.
I hope not.
Hey, who knows? You never know. You never know. We do have Mr. Enlivian in the chat. That's awesome. I haven't heard from you, Mr. Enlivian, in a while. How's
I know
things been going with you,
he
man?
doesn't even reply to our text messages anymore.
Yeah, he's like, it's like, come on, man. Like, he hasn't even been popping up in my X feed anymore. Like, and he
God.
used to pop up in it all the time.
Well, that's just X. That's gonna say nobody technically pops up anymore. Anyway, folks,
Yeah.
this is a call-in stream slash a ask us anything. So please do ask us your questions. We've got about 174 watching. Muhammad has decided that he does not want to come up and talk to us. So
Yeah, I just.
there's more than likely cousins.
I was gonna say something like that, but
Roman's
I just,
back. Oh no, it says he's offline. Interesting.
Doesn't say he's offline on my end, but I'm also just.
It's showing offline on the. Oh, it's not. Why is it showing offline on my end? Because I'm looking at the stream and it doesn't.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah.
It's
Mr.
Harper.
Enlivian, just use the link here. I can send you the link.
I literally just posted. There's just 2 comments above here.
Oh, but he's on Twitch.
Oh yeah. Hello, Mr. Harper. Would you like to come up and debate something? The link is in the chat if you do.
Oh wait, this is a debate stream now.
Yeah, why not? Muhammad.
All right.
Muhammad. You say, dear Christians, God put Adam and Eve on the earth so that we reject all biological understanding of God and his humans. Where do you get the name Eve from? Where do you get the name Eve from, Muhammad? And I'm not gonna engage you anymore in the comments. Either you come up and debate or talk, I should say, or bye bye. Oh, Mr. Harper, come up and debate us.
Oh man, he's calling you Papa Nick now.
They all call me Papa Nick.
Oh man.
Yeah, the group chat is a bit special. That's all I'll say. Roman, you're back, my friend.
Yeah, he's got his profile picture now. Sweet.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, my phone overheated.
Oh, yeah. EV Max will be hard on this.
Yeah, I just use a computer. On my phone, I use a web browser that blocks a lot of trackers and stuff. So when I'm using it just, for whatever reason, EVMux just cannot run on it. It's like, nope, you have to use Safari. And I'm like, well, okay. And I go to use Safari, and Safari acts all weird. So I just stick with the computer.
Mohammed, I'm asking you one more time, my friend. Where do you get the name of Adam's wife from? Where do you get it from? Mr. Harper says, I'll defend the position that Toby is the best Spider Man. Okay, I'll debate you on that. Come on up. Mr. Onion, let me.
Actually, I'm gonna break it to you. Who voiced the Miles Morales character in the new Spider-Man movie that Sony's been doing? Wow, it says a lot when I don't remember that. Hold on. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Bro, I'm not a huge movie guy. While you're working through that, Livian, are you ready to be brought up or? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just you had your camera on for a bit, so I was like, "What's going on?"
No. Hi everyone.
Nice.
Enjoying the cold.
And getting ready to
messing up with y'all. I can.
Getting ready to cook slippers, I see.
No, actually no. He's nice and cozy under the table. Enjoying all
For
the
those
broccoli.
who don't know, Mr. and Livian has a rabbit named Slippers, and Zach and myself like to harass him about cooking slippers and eating slippers.
Because he does.
Eventually, he will.
No, that's not.
Right now, Slippers is a little bit small, so yeah.
Well, I was going to say that's not the same rabbit. That rabbit has been used time and time again.
Maybe that's why.
Have him cloned.
It makes a lot more sense, actually.
It does.
That explains why he's not like 20 pounds already.
Sam says, "Don't cook slippers."
I will not cook slippers.
Interesting.
He's getting old as it is.
Well, folks, we have about 175 watching, very little questions. So hit us with your questions. This is an Ask Us Anything stream. They can be from Christians, Mormons, Muslims, Hindus, sharks, for all I care. And if you want to come up, follow the rules on the chat. Mohammed, for about the 900th time, hit the link and stop being a coward. Answer the question. Where do you get the name Eve from?
Oh, I just figured out what was being said. I think I agree with Jack. I think the Sam Raimi movies are the best movies, and I do think Tobey Maguire did a good job.
Yeah, but whatever position Jack takes, I just automatically take the opposite. That's how our relationship works. Mike says, "Oh yeah, Mike, don't give him don't give him the information. I want him to admit it." Where does Sam Eve come from?
Nobody saw that.
Nobody saw what?
Nothing. I tried to chuck a log into the fire and I completely missed.
Oh, is that because the log was actually slippers and you just don't want us to see you cooking slippers?
Yeah. How original, okay, my goodness.
I mean, how much originality do you need when you cook slippers all the time, man?
None, I would hope. I hear rabbit cooking is really difficult, so. Yeah.
I know. Shamek Moore, that's who I'm going to say is the best Spider-Man. He's the guy who voiced Miles Morales in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That's not Spider-Man.
What?
That's not Spider-Man.
Close enough. Which is just going to irritate all the Spider-Man fans.
Yeah. I'm not even a Spider-Man fan, and that irritated me.
Listen, like Spider-Man is just such an overused character as far as I'm aware. I like the Miles Morales character. And in the movie, which I'll admit, it's been since 2018 since I've watched it. But it was a good movie, and I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Spider-Man is white.
What?
He said
Spider-Man. I do agree that the attempt to rebrand Miles Morales as Spider-Man has been pretty pathetic, but because he's literally nothing more than just Spider-Man but black. And there's a new comic writer by the name of Eric July who's talked about this a lot, and he calls everybody saying that a new black Spider-Man couldn't survive on its own market unless you made him the Spider-Man. It's called the bigotry of low expectations.
I'll be right back.
You know what? I'm just going to go.
While you're doing that, I'm going to answer Duffman's question. Is it just me?
I think it is. I agree with him. In fact, Hosea chapter 2 is one of the parts of the Bible that I cite as very important in my article, which I need to revise, by the way, on animal resurrection. I believe every single animal, including bugs, will be resurrected in the new creation, all that have lived and died.
Yeah, yeah, I've read some of your articles on that. Duffman, yeah, no, I think it's I think a lot of the minor prophets are very underrated, and sadly, a lot of churches don't preach on them. But Hosea is definitely an underrated book. Definitely,
Zephaniah is also underrated.
I'm back.
you are
Welcome
indeed,
back.
Mike. Will Muslims answer my one question? Mike, Muslims don't answer questions. Full stop. Muhammad's been in the stream here for I think at least 20 minutes. He refuses to come up and click the link. You're not going to get an answer. He still refuses to answer my question. Muhammad, no one is answering your question until you answer me. Where do you get the name Eve from?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be honest. The few debates I do get in with Muslims on, I don't really debate them on YouTube, but on platforms like X,
Yep.
I feel like half the time they're just bots.
Oh yeah.
Like, because they just say the same things over and over. And I know we've justified this for a long time by calling it the Dawa script.
Oh,
But
they
at this point,
that was
unless I see like a person's face actually saying it, and
Yep.
I mean, it would have to be in some sort of context. It couldn't just be AI.
Yeah.
Right. Unlike, like if I see him just like an actual person saying it and doing that, then okay, I could believe it.
There
But-
isn't an open dialogue with Muslims. There are some cases where that is. There are some Muslims that are actually interested in genuine inquiry.
Yes.
Yes.
Not many. I know one that I like a lot. He's kind of a liberal Muslim, although by liberal I don't.
Theologically
Liberal for
liberal.
a Muslim's what you mean.
Theologically liberal, but he's generally decent on politics. I think we see eye to eye on a lot of things, so he's not quite liberal in that sense. But most of the time, they're just there to sort of push their opinions and their talking points. They have no interest in any back and forth where there can be any change of opinion on their part. It's just sort of a it's not just and it's like it's similar to what Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses do. They're there for within a. It's not that it's not that Christians don't have agenda. We do, but there is a lack of genuine intellectual honesty going on when it comes to cults, and Islam is like that. Islam behaves, like those cults.
Well, it does, but Gabe is also he's bang on with what he said. All Muslims, like you even said it yourself, Romans, they have quite literally. It's called the Dawa script. The reason why Muhammad's in the chat and refuses to come up is because he knows he'll be throwing off his script, where they're like, ask about this, ask about that, ask about the other. That's why I don't go into back and forth with them. They have to answer questions from me. The reason why, they're a religion that comes a lot later that wants me to leave my God, to leave my scriptures because they claim they're corrupted. The burden of proof is on them. So they don't like questions being asked because they don't have any prepared talking points. That's why Muhammad here in the chat, every time we ask him one simple question, where does he get the name Eve? He can't answer it because his Dawa script doesn't cover it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
one of those types of things where even in like real life, so I'm at work and well, the guy doesn't work there anymore, but he used to work there. I would debate him on Islam versus Christianity all the time.
Yep.
And he ended up he was like, listen, man, I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
And he's like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a day where we're going to meet up. I'm going to have my imam there and we'll discuss it with the three of us. I'm like, you know what? Sure, let's do it.
I would have a lot more respect if Muhammad here in the chat just said, look, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to your question. I would have a lot more respect. But the fact that he's going to continually keep asking questions that are not relevant, because if he's going to make claims about our religion or book, he first of all has to demonstrate that he understands what our book says. He can't because his own Quran gets it wrong. He doesn't understand the Trinity. That's why he keeps questioning Mike here, because he's
rather do that.
Yeah, he's going down a rabbit hole now, you see, because what he's trying to do here is he's trying to put Mike on the defensive and say, answer this, and see every time Mike does answer it, Do you know what happens? Another question, another question, another
Yeah.
question.
And Mike asks him a question also, and he just ignores it. Yeah, I
Of
mean,
course.
and the thing also is like just part of what makes me think that they're bots half the time, and maybe they're not. Maybe it's just
I don't think he's a bot.
people.
He's acting like a bot. It's following the script. Don't question the script. Keep going. Keep going. But sorry. Anyway, back to you.
But like some of them, when I'm having the discussion, some of them it just they feel like a bot, and I
Yeah.
say that because they lack the ability to like if I sent the same thing to like ChatGPT telling it, "Hey, you're a Muslim, debate me as
Yeah.
the best Muslim possible," ChatGPT would have at least been able to debate me better. Like this is like amateur level bot stuff
Even
because
then,
it's like I send the thing and they just completely 80% of the context goes over their head, right? So like I go, yeah, Muhammad was a pedophile. They go, how could you? I'm like, literally by definition, he is a pedophile. How could you? I'm like, okay, like let's say he is a pedophile.
Careful. I'm not
yeah,
sure if you can
I
say
was
that.
gonna say stick to
Yeah.
PDF.
Oh, let's say he's a PDF file. Yes, he's a file you can download on your computer. Now the AI thinks that's what I was
Say
saying
wood
the
chip
whole time.
material.
So he's a PDF file by definition. His code base is perfectly PDF file. All right. He can be downloaded and at any point he is a PDF file, right?
The numbers in the Hadith do suggest he is a PDF file that you can read on your tablet.
Yeah, they.
Yep.
A lot of
All right,
Muslims
just
will
trying to make
say,
sure that the Gemini bot listening to this is understanding that I'm
Well,
talking about a file on my computer right now named Muhammad.
you
So-
you don't even have to say that, Gabe.
one of
Just
the
PDF and it gets it fine.
Okay.
things that is frustrating, I saw Layman talk about this, and I do have a Muslim friend who is fairly good natured, but he brought this up to me. He said, "What is it? Rebecca was 3 when she was
Yeah,
betrothed, or
that's
something
where
like
I was
that."
going with the
That
thing.
That's not in the Bible anywhere. They just
Yeah.
say things.
Because it's
And yeah, and the Quran itself is Islam is not based in the Quran. It's based on the Quran and the
And the
tafsir,
Mhm.
which is early commentaries in the Quran, the earlier High Middle Ages from our perspective. The Sirah, which is a few biographies of Muhammad, and the Hadith.
Mhm.
There's a collection of things from Muhammad and his friends, and they debate about these things. And so some Muslims say, well, this stuff with Aisha, this is made up nonsense. And to be fair, they might be right. It's not that they're necessarily wrong about that, but the problem is there is no way to know what is fraudulent and what is not, because Sahih Bukhari collected, by his own words, 700,000 sayings, and he only kept 7,000. So how can you know what's authentic and what's not? I don't. And they say, well, there's like the science of determining it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm willing to let Muslims slide on that. But if you're gonna do that, then you got to say, okay, look, I'm just gonna throw out the whole hadith. You got to throw out all the hadith and every bit of Islamic practice and theology that come with all the hadith. If you do that, that's okay. I'll agree with you. That's fair. That's a fair thing you can do. But if you can't pick and choose this stuff.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. Either there's all hadith or no hadith.
Where I was going with the whole thing was they would tell me they jumped instead of just accepting that, they jumped to, oh well, what about your prophet, right? They're like, what about Isaac when he married Rebecca? She was 3 years old. Now, obviously, you have put that up. I even had Isaiah and a few other guys jump in and be like, dude, that's just made up.
Yep.
I said, I don't care. Your prophet. Those guys are not the examples for all men across all times, across all cultures. That's the claim that is made about Muhammad.
Yep.
Not the claim that's made about any of the other prophets, right? So, like, we don't look at Jonah and be like, he is the most perfect example of how we should live out, i.e., run away from all the stuff God wants us to do until God has to make us do it. But we don't look at that, right? We don't look at it like that. We say, okay, the prophets, even the most religious and godly of men across the scriptures, were deeply flawed. We're not making the same claim the Muslim is making. So I'm just saying, hey, I don't care about that. What you're making the bigger claim. You're saying Muhammad was perfect, not literally perfect, but was like excellent in all his ways, and is an exemplar, an example for all men across all time. If PDF filing is, if he was a PDF file, then wouldn't that be a good thing? Like, wouldn't PDF files be like this positive thing
Gabe, they
to
think
be?
it is. They think it's fine. We have Daniel Hikikachu thinking that it's okay that if a 3-year-old is post pubescent that it's perfectly fine.
Yes, and I want them to admit it in plain text for everyone in the Western world to see.
They never will. They never will. And this is why
I'll get it out of them one of these days. Just you watch.
So, Mike, this is why I say don't engage this clown in the chat, because what he wants to do is he wants to run his Dawa script. He is the one with the burden of proof. So, Muhammad, teach me. Come teach me right now. Come up and talk. Teach me about it. Tell me why your Allah thinks that Mary is part of the Trinity. Can you tell me that? And don't tell me, oh, this is in English. The Arabic's right here. And if you really want, I can bring up an Arabic scholar. Come and tell me why your Allah thinks that Mary is part of the Trinity. Because do you know what, my friend? Unfortunately, that's not what Christians believe, which means your Allah, he's a little bit slow.
Don't forget
There,
about
there
Ezra,
actually
too.
were some medieval Islamic scholars that made note that Christians don't believe that in their interactions with Christians, that Christians do not believe Mary is a member of the Trinity, and that Mary, the Father did not, have relations with Mary to produce Jesus. But sometimes they just end up defaulting back, well, somehow Christians still believe this because our book says it. The easier explanation is that that this part of the Quran contains a condemnation of a specific and unusual heresy that was probably near Arabia or in Arabia at the time.
It's I wouldn't even be that generous. It's the fact that throughout the Quran there's multiple mistakes made about what Christians actually believe. There's a ton of them I could pull up right now, but for all I want right now is Muhammad to come up and speak, because he wants to go down his script and he can't.
Now he's just saying,
Okay,
he's just saying things about church fathers that he's just making up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Don't worry. Come prove it, Muhammad. Come show us where that is.
It's also whataboutism. It's also whataboutism.
Bro,
Mr.
I agree with you.
Do
But
do you reject the hadith? Is that wrong? Because if it's wrong, then you got to throw it all out. Then you can say, okay, Muhammad was not a book reading file. That's fine, but you got to throw out the hadith. Don't play games. It's one or the other.
Yeah, and also don't lie. You've made a claim here, Muhammad. Come and back it up. Show me the sources. Show me the sources, because
we won't interrupt you. You can show up. We'll let you have your we'll let you say your piece, and then we'll respond kindly and respectfully. Or if you prefer, I can, take my fists, ball them up, and then slam them into my chest and turn into a gorilla for 5 minutes for you.
He might like that.
He might,
Speaking of people getting hit in the chest and it causing great pain, I remember the Prophet Muhammad once hit Aisha and caused her great pain in the chest.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, you're turning into the D Wood.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna take his style. He's got that style locked down, but I can tell you something. You are not going to come on this stream lie about the church fathers with no sources without me roasting you right back. So come ahead, Muhammad. Bring your Dawa script.
Listen, Muhammad, I'm not saying this to be mean, but I would put money on the fact that you probably haven't read a church father.
Bro, I would.
I'm not a gambling man, but I'd put money on that you haven't read a church father, the Hadith, or even fully through the Quran.
I will eat slippers right now. I'm a church father.
No, don't do that.
Not
Slippers
just
actually
name
great.
one.
What's that
Everyone
about?
knows at least one, right?
You would be surprised with this one, bro. You would
I don't
be-
want to say it now because I don't want to post it in there, and then you have to come all the way out here to the States just to eat slippers.
It's worth
Yeah,
it.
I used some liquid death first, but
Yes, yes.
Mohammed, come on here. Google does not take that long for you to pull up some sort of fake quote. Come on, hurry
yeah.
up.
In fact, Google will make up most of the quotes for you now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, top first search result. I search up a news story or something, and it's like, yeah, the person was. I don't remember what the news story was, but it was something about someone, and it completely botched their name and description. Open up the actual source it's quote unquote citing, completely incorrect.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, okay, so what's going to happen now is people are going to screenshot this and be like, oh, this is the person, and then they're going to be blasting that out there.
Yep.
And then I'm going to be sitting down going like, no, if you actually click on the actual link it's referencing, you'll see that it is the AI is misreferencing that. It's
Yep.
not correct or truth. You cannot just generically trust an AI summary. It's a summary
Can't
that can
trust
often be
AI.
taken
Yeah.
out of context, or it could mix up information. It does it all the time.
You also can't trust AI in general. I test this all the time. You can quite literally, when I say program, I don't mean like in that, well, you can obviously in general program, but I mean your own AI. Like you can have Grok, ChatGPT, it learns to answer you according to what you want answered. So if I was to ask ChatGPT something right now, it would give me an answer that is favorable to the beliefs it already knows about me. That's why you see whenever you see these clowns online being like, ah, look, even ChatGPT says that the Quran is holy. It's like, I can
Yeah.
make it say that about the Bible.
That's one of the things that I do like when I see it all the time. Like, for example, some guy will post something. He'll post his Chat GPT chat log showing, hey, see, this is what it says. And then someone will come up with the exact same prompt and be like, yeah, see what mine says? It says the exact opposite of what yours says.
Yep.
Why?
I gotta go check on something, so I'm gonna dip out, but I might be back.
Sounds
Cool
good, brother.
beans,
I'll be
man.
here for a
God
while
bless,
anyway.
and when you come back, see you then. But otherwise, I'll see you around, man.
Her friend here says the Quran says follow the Gospels in the Bible. Correct.
Yeah.
This is the Islamic dilemma, which they cannot escape. Try as they may, they cannot escape it. Muhammad, my friend, is Google failing you this badly?
You know, he probably just went on to something else.
Oh no, he's been in the chat for I don't know how long, bro. He takes about 3 hours to reply to one thing.
Yes.
Mike,
He probably has to Google
not gonna read
Translate
this
it or
whole
something.
thing. Sorry, I was going to say, Mike, I'm not going to read this whole thing out just because YouTube will censor it. But yes, that is true.
Here, help me.
I
do
wonder
this.
why, Sam, you're asking this question.
Oh, that's a validate kissing the homies goodnight.
Here. This is a website I've been working on. I put it in the chat. It's islamicdilemma.net for anyone that wants
Perfect.
stuff on the Quran telling you to go to the Gospels.
I
There's
will
also
check that out.
islamicdilemma.com for a slightly more flushed out site.
Yep.
It's been around for quite a bit longer, but
Yep. So let me address this very quickly. Whenever we read in the Gospels, in the Gospels, in the
Quran.
no, greet one another with a holy kiss is hers. To greet one another with a holy kiss is it's contextual, it's cultural, and basically the bros in my mentions need some help. I haven't checked for a while, so good grief, who knows what's happening now. The idea of greeting one another with a holy kiss is something that was very cultural. The men did not kiss the women, the men kissed the men, and it's not a snog before people freak out. greeting one another was a cultural greeting, and it was talked about a holy kiss because it's among brethren. It was a way of showing that we are brethren, and once again, it was man to man. Most European cultures have retained that kiss. They don't recognize it as a holy kiss. But if you go somewhere like Italy or somewhere in France, you will still see to this day men doing the mwah, mwah to the side of each other's faces. It's a thing between men. It's cultural. It's got nothing to do with women. Uh, the hadiths are twisted. Psalm books, they're twisted, all right. I can say that much.
And I think the difference there is psalms are like songs. They're meant to be sung and performed.
Yep.
So
Uh,
just
This is
not
the
the same.
IslamicDilemma.net. Please do click it and go there. I'm surprised it actually showed up in the chat as a link.
Oh, that's
you're a mod.
because I'm on the
Yeah.
other account.
But you're also
Yeah.
a mod. The
Yeah.
bros in my mentions need some help. Yes, I'm sure they probably do. Men, I don't know. This is what I really don't like about being online too. Is some men cannot read something that is genuinely a true critique without their egos getting hurt, and it's like I can kiss whoever I want. Quran doesn't correct anything but the splitting of Muhammad's moon. Well, that splitting of the moon happened in the night of Al Sut, but that's not in the Quran. But yes.
How
Duffman
about you?
says, "How about D Wood's latest video showing that Allah commits shirk in the Quran? Is that as bad as the Islamic dilemma?" Yes, it's actually worse. Allah does take partners. He partners with Jesus or Isa, should we say? He partners with him in creating a bird. So he takes partners. He commits shirk. Now David Wood's got a much more in depth reply. Go see that if you haven't already.
Yeah, I haven't watched that video, so
Yeah.
I can assume the argument he's making, but
Yep. Mike says, Muslims, if your book is perfect, then why has Islam changed over time? If God is eternal and never changing, yeah, you don't get answers out of Muslims. They like to ask questions. See, look, I told you Muhammad was hanging around. He can't.
oh
Answer.
my goodness,
It's because this is what we tell everyone. Without lies, Islam dies. Muhammad, where do you get the name Eve from? You still haven't answered that question, and I'm still waiting on a church father. She says, hopefully they're joking, but it's hard to tell. I'm sure the majority of them are joking. Mike says, that was my point. It doesn't correct anything. Yeah, the Quran gets more things wrong. Are you talking about the lunar calendar? Oh, Muhammad, why are you doing this to yourself, my friend? You're just embarrassing yourself at this stage. Answer a question. Be intellectually honest. Put your Dawa script to a side for a minute. Come up and talk. Let's talk about your religion and my religion. Let's see which one has the truth. Nothing to be afraid of if you have the truth, Muhammad. Oh dear. Well, Mr. Onion Lover, how is Slippers? He hasn't been eaten
He
yet. Don't
is
worry.
very much alive. He's
Yeah,
not being cooked.
no church father's been named, so he's safe yet.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. If only he had just said the church father name. I'm still not going to give him a free one, but you know, knowing my luck, if I said it, he'd just misspell it too. But that's okay.
bro, they don't know anyway. That's exactly what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Mike, as I say, nothing scientifically proven. Ali Dawa, Muhammad Hijab, they've all give up on the scientific miracles of the Quran because they admit themselves it's fake.
Yeah. I even had a debate with one of my coworkers on it. He said I was like, yeah, the scientific miracles of the Quran don't exist. He's
Yep.
like, why? I'm like, they just don't. Give me your best argument for them.
Yep.
And he just couldn't come up with one.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, and then he just ignored the entire premise of, hey, give me one of the scientific miracles, because he never gave me any. I didn't even have to disprove anything. All I had to do, hey, it's food.
It's what?
name him Chicken Nugget, except he's gonna be Rabbit Nugget.
Oh, it's Slippers.
Yes, yes.
So,
Yep.
bro, if he names a church father, you're a goner. But I think you're safe. Don't worry.
Hey, you could be feeding one more layman apologist if you just said a church father name.
Yep. So there's a
Just have to
question.
name one church father, and then
There's a question
bam.
for you guys while I'm working on something here.
Here's a fun one. What's everybody's favorite Bible verse? Mine changes all the time, so I can't really give you a specific Bible verse, sadly. I mean, you have I know it's kind of cliche, but John 3:16. Well, I would probably do up to 18, but it's a wonderful verse that just outlines the gospel message very well.
What
about you, Mr.
Deuteronomy
Unliving?
31:6.
What was that?
Deuteronomy 31:6. The Lord your God goes with you; He'll never leave you or forsake you.
Interesting.
I know that verse gets repeated a lot.
Nothing wrong with that. Mine's would be Psalm 46, verse 10.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Muhammad, you do not want the Islamic dilemma, my friend. You can't even answer where Eve comes from. You do not want the Islamic dilemma.
Here you go. I got the URL ready.
Bring it up, Gabe. Bring it up.
I blasted it right to him.
Per Muhammad. Bring it up on stream, Gabe. Share your screen.
Yes, I can do that. Hold on, let me actually open up the website real quick.
Now, he asked for this, folks. So watch him very quickly run away and not answer one question Gabe has for him.
Yep. So we have.
What have you done? What have you done, Muhammad?
It's asking me to share. I'm just going to click cancel.
Yeah, no, don't worry. It's already up.
Yeah. So right here we have the Islamic dilemma.
Nice stuff.
Basically, and this is put in like the kindest way I can. You know, I even use fancy words like respectfully. But basically,
words respectfully.
But basically, the Quran tells us to obey I should have put links to Quran.com here, but it tells us as Christians and Jews to obey and, listen to the text that we have been given and that we've received. So that's going to be the Torah and the Gospel, or the Torah and the Injil. I probably misspelled Torah, but oh well. But the problem is that those also tell you to do if the scriptures, if it's telling you to go to our scriptures, but then our scriptures tell you that, maybe I'm not pitching this well, dang. But our scriptures tell you that their scriptures are wrong, right? So for example, my gospel, the Injil, says, I am the way, the truth, the life. And that's Jesus speaking there. So Jesus says, I am the truth, the way, the life. Nobody comes to the Father but through me. And then when the Quran says Allah is the father of no one, that's a clear contradiction between the two texts, right? So it would be a problem right there, and that would disprove Islam. So the Islam saying, hey, go to the Quran saying, hey, go to our texts in order to come up with your theology or verify what the Quran is saying, that disproves the Quran. But if you say that the Quran, not the Quran, sorry, you say that the Gospels or the Injil are corrupt, then what is the Quran pointing you to but a corrupt book in which the Quran itself would have had to either been corrupt or imperfect?
Yep.
And then I have a simple form right there. Yeah, I guess this is a good one. Premise 1, the Quran affirms the Torah and the Gospel as a God-given revelation and tells people to judge by them. Mm-hmm. So that's what the Quran says. And then premise 2, Muslims today claim that the Bible we have is corrupted and cannot be trusted. So from here, there are two options. You have option A, the Bible was not corrupted at the time of Muhammad. And I specify that because we have Bibles way before Muhammad. I mean, you have the Dead Sea Scrolls, which go way farther back than like Muhammad. They're all the way since even before the 1st century.
Yep.
And then you have, but The Bible contradicts the Quran on critical issues, which undermines the Islamic claims, right? So then Islam disproven, right? Option B, the Bible was corrupted before Muhammad's time, or before or during Muhammad's time. Then the Quran seems to seems to be mistaken for affirming those scriptures and sending people back to them as reliable guidance. So either the Quran, which you would say is God breathed text, right? I'll use God breathed.
Yep.
So either the Quran is God breathed or it's God breathed, and if that's what you believe, and it's directing me to the text of Scripture that refute that text, then it's broken. Or if it's directing me to something that just doesn't exist, then it's broken. Thus, the God breathed text of the Quran is just broken. There's no way really around it.
Yep.
Now, I want to wait and see if he actually pulls up one of these, because I have these little.
Yeah. Keep it open, and
Yeah, I'll keep it open. Feel free to read these. That way you know what not to ask me.
Yeah. Oh, he'll ask it. I know, don't worry. But Muhammad,
Yes.
let me go ahead and break down what Gabe said to you.
Yeah, because I didn't.
No,
prepare
you
that.
did. You did. But let me just break it down for him because, again, I'm not being rude. We've seen from previous messages his English is not great, and I'm not saying that to be horrible, but we might need to break it down a little bit more. Your Quran repeatedly affirms that the Torah and the Gospel are revelations from Allah, right? It describes them as a guidance and a light. Okay, you've got that much. It tells Jews and Christians to judge by what is written in them. Key point, written in them, meaning they have them. It appeals to those very scriptures as authoritative during Muhammad's own lifetime. Then, at the very same time, the Quran insists that the words of Allah cannot be changed or corrupted. But you see, here's the problem coming up now, Muhammad. Islam also teaches that the core teachings of both the Torah and the Gospel, as Christians and Jews possess them, are false. Oh, magic. So, in one sense, they are the words of Allah, and in another sense, they got changed or corrupted. Now, the Torah and the Injil, they contradict Islamic theology on central points, especially the nature of God, the identity of Jesus, and the crucifixion. So this now creates what we call the Islamic dilemma. So you're left with three logical options, Muhammad. First, if the Torah and the Gospel were still reliable in the 7th century, as the Quran assumes whenever it appeals to them, then Christianity and Judaism cannot be dismissed as having corrupted text. In that case, it's actually Islam that contradicts the earlier revelations that it claims to affirm. Are you starting to see the problem? Second, if the Torah and the Gospel were corrupted before Muhammad, then the Quran's repeated appeals to them are incoherent. If they were corrupted texts, why is your Quran telling us to go and judge by them? It would be directing people to judge by texts that were already unreliable, which undermines the Quran's own authority. Third and finally, my friend, and pay attention to this one because it's a doozy. If the Torah and the Gospel were corrupted before Muhammad, then the Quran's repeated appeals to them, again, is incoherent. But more importantly, you have to explain how every existing manuscript tradition of the Bible across the entire world, geographic regions, was altered all at one time. There's no historical record of it. Islam has no way of providing such evidence. There is no evidence for such a coordinate corruption of our texts. So you have a problem. Here's your dilemma. Islam must choose between affirming the Torah and the Injil or undermining itself. Or does it reject the Bible, which also then contradicts the Quran's own claims about earlier revelation? You can't have both. So if our scriptures are still true, Islam is false. If our scriptures are corrupted, Islam is still false because it appeals to the Torah and the Injil and tells us to judge by them. This is why you see your Dawa guys, they are going to run, they're going to hide. They don't answer the Islamic dilemma because they can't answer the Islamic dilemma. Instead, they make vague claims of corruption but they don't provide any historical or textual evidence, Muhammad. So look, it's a logical conclusion. You have a dilemma. Your Quran points towards our Bible and tells us to judge by it. But our Bible says on the things of the nature of God, Jesus Christ, the Trinity, all things, the crucifixion, all things that your text rejects. Well, guess what? That means your text is false. And even if, for argument's sake, somehow our texts are corrupt, that still invalidates your religion. It still makes your Quran false because Allah could not preserve his previous revelations. And guess what? He then tells people to go and judge by them. So either way, my friend, you're in a sticky wicket. You're in a sticky wicket, and this is why it's called the Islamic dilemma, my friend, because you are in a dilemma.
Yep. Yeah, you said that way better than I did.
No, you said it well. I just, like, I'm not being horrible. I knew I needed to dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to clip that, and I'm going to put it on my little... Right now, I've got a page...
Sorry, hold on, Gabe, just before you go on. He asks, oh, we've lost Mr. Onion Lover.
Yeah, I think he sent us a private message.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, he said he's got to head out.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say, don't read that
In
part
case...
out.
Oh, well, in case you're still watching Mr. Onion Lover,
He
I'll
might
talk to you
be
later, man.
He might be in the background. But he asks about the Islamic dilemma, Gabe, right?
Mhm.
And then what does he do? What did we predict would happen? Because what happens whenever you answer a Muslim? Oh, they answered me. Quick, ask another question.
Yeah.
My friend, you are being a coward. Come up and speak. Defend your religion. Why won't you defend your prophet? If you have the truth, come and tell us. We want to share the truth with you, but you're going to hide. Because you cannot answer the Islamic dilemma. It's a shame, my friend. It's a shame that you're so loyal to a false prophet that you will not seek help. You will not seek the truth. Come to the Lord Jesus Christ. He will save you, my friend. Mr. Onion Lover is still listening over on Twitch.
All right.
Oh, look. God didn't say he will protect other scriptures. He said about the Quran, which makes sense, but God's words is eternally and never change, but humans can make mistakes. That's the two claim. My friend, what do you mean that God never said he will protect the other scriptures? Did you listen to a thing we said or anything that we just showed you?
The Quran said that says that they're preserved. So at the time of Muhammad, or before, the texts are preserved and authoritative, so that they're good. They're already good, right? The Quran, or at Muhammad's time, Muhammad is directing the Christians and the Jews to judge by the Torah and the gospel, right? So if at that time he is telling you to do it, they're not corrupt. Otherwise, Allah is wrong, and wow, God can be wrong, right? Wow, I didn't realize that. Because if he didn't preserve him at the time of Muhammad, and then Muhammad's sitting there telling all the Christians and Jews to go to those texts, then your God's just wrong, man.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, I'll let you address
that.
No,
you chat away. Let me just.
Okay, yeah, but either it's just no matter how you go about it, there, man. Your God is saying, hey, your God is saying, go, Christians and Jews, go to your source material. We go to our source material, and it says that your source material is wrong. So if that is corrupted, that would have had to have been after the time of Muhammad, right? Otherwise, your God just directed us to the wrong scripture. But the problem is we have biblical manuscripts that predate, I already mentioned the Dead Sea Scrolls. They predate basically any semblance of Islam. Like Islam just never existed. The Dead Sea Scrolls predate Christianity and still affirm the prophecies that predicted Jesus, like Isaiah 53. That's one of those huge claims that we as Christians have used when debating with even the Jews, for example, because they would say that we have misread or mistranslated things in the Hebrew, and we can point to the Dead Sea Scrolls to prove otherwise.
So, Gabe, note
Yes,
his
yes,
claim. God didn't
yes.
say he will protect other scriptures. Okay?
hmm
Gabe, could you just read this out for me here? Actually, no, better yet, better yet.
وتمت كلمة ربك صدقا.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. For those people who speak English in the chat or just listening,
Oh,
the word,
yep.
go ahead. The word of, sorry, one more time.
Go.
Oh, okay. The word of your Lord has been perfected in truth and justice. None can change his
Whoa,
word.
whoa, 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 hold on. Before you go any further, none can what, Gabe?
Change his word. None can change his word. Key
Sorry,
details.
I'm a little bit slow, Gabe. Really, really dumb this down for me. None can what?
None
Uh huh.
can
No,
change. Keyword there.
nobody. That means
Change.
nobody.
Nobody can change his
What
word.
does change mean, Gabe?
Change, that would be to like alter or
Yes,
corrupt.
no one could alter it. No one could
Yeah.
corrupt it. Right.
You
Okay. So
couldn't alter it. You couldn't corrupt it. No.
no one can alter. No one can change Allah's revelation, His words. Right.
Yep.
Because He is all hearing and He's all knowing.
Yep.
Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I mean that's the translated text on, is that
Right.
Sunnah.com or Quran.com?
And interesting. So no one can change or corrupt Allah's Allah's revelation. Now, Gabe, correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I'm a little bit slow. Was the Torah revealed by Allah?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
the
it
claim?
was. Yes.
Was the Injil revealed by Allah? Is that the claim?
Yeah, it is also. Yes, indeed.
Ah, okay.
You have,
So
go ahead.
so no one can change it. Interesting, interesting. Now, there's other verses here, the other surahs that I can pull up that it says none can change the revelation of Allah, none can change the words of Allah. So, Muhammad, back to you, my friend. Was Allah lying? What happened to the gospel? What happened to the Injil and the Torah? How did people change it if they're revelations of Allah? Is your God weak? Did your God fail? Did he fail? So, Muhammad, show me where. Show me what surah to go to. Show me where it says that it's only for the Quran, not the other scriptures. So, God can reveal things in the past that is wrong, things that'll be corrupted, not protected. That's interesting, Muhammad. Show me that. Go ahead and show me that. I look forward to seeing that.
Yep. He just basically tried saying the same exact thing, and then I'm like, just read the thing. Read it.
He won't, because this goes against his entire. This is what he's been taught all his life, and he has been taught that there is no changing the words of Allah, but yet at the same time, there's changing the words of Allah in the Torah and the Gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, don't worry about that. That
I
only
mean,
makes sense if it's only the Quran. But my friend, your Quran doesn't even claim that. Your Hadith don't even claim that. Your scholars claim the same thing for the Torah and the Injil, that there is no changing Allah's revelation. You have to address that. You cannot.
I mean, you even have, so like, try and remember, I don't have the source on hand right now, but it's basically a whole bunch of Jews go up to Muhammad and they're like, hey, we
Yeah.
have a dispute going on here. You seem to be a guy that knows what you're talking about. How about you work this out for us? And he says, get me a Torah. So
Yeah.
they bring out one of the Torah scrolls, because the Torah was always, and still is, usually stored as scrolls in like Jewish practice. So he took the Torah scroll and he put it on the judgment cushion, and he said that you are to be I'm trying to remember the exact phrasing. Basically said, the one who revealed you, I believe in. I'll have to pull it up here. Hold on.
I'm getting it here now. You know?
All right, you're getting it. But
Yeah.
basically, so he has a physical Torah. He places on the judgment cushion, and he is saying that that is the one, that Torah has been revealed by Allah, and that he believes in that Torah and in the one who has revealed it. And then he tells the Jews to judge by that Torah rather than judging by him or using him as the judge. What if that Torah, in that Torah we have Torahs from, and we have manuscripts of the Torah and the Injil from what year we done then? We have it from 700 Saudi Arabia. So we have it. We have copies from that time in that region that, again, line up with our texts that we currently use for our day-to-day reading. So again, he's telling people to use, he is literally physically holding the manuscript and saying, yeah, this is true. This is God breathed. Judge by this. And it would be that the very text would be judging against the God of Islam.
Mm-hmm. So here it is right here, Gabe.
Yes.
This is Sunnah.com.
Yep.
This is narrated by Abdullah ibn Umar. And let me just jump in here. So they placed a cushion for the messenger of Allah. Guess who that is? That's Muhammad, who sat on it and said, "Bring the Torah." Wait a minute. They had the Torah during Muhammad's time, Gabe?
Yes, they had a physical Torah that they were called to bring, a physical Torah.
Wow, I never knew that before. I've always been told by Muslims that the Torah was long gone at that stage. It was corrupt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting. So it says, "Bring the Torah," and then it was brought. He, Muhammad, then withdrew the cushion from beneath him and placed the Torah on it, saying, "Oh wow, Gabe."
Yep, you have the judgment cushion right there.
Well, do you know the significance, Gabe, of Muhammad actually giving up his cushion and placing the Torah on it?
Maybe not. What is that significance?
Well, you see, it would have been a place of honor for Muhammad to sit in that cushion. So the fact that he gets up and places the Torah on it and goes on to say, "I believed in thee and in him who revealed thee." So hang on a minute. Muhammad believes in the Torah. It's not corrupt.
It must not have been corrupt then, man.
He also believes in the one who revealed the Torah. So Allah revealed the Torah.
Apparently, at least from Muhammad's perspective, yeah.
Wow, this is not what the Dawa guys told me. Wow. And then he said, "Bring me one who is learned among you." Then a young man was brought. The transmitter then mentioned the rest of the tradition of stoning, similar to the one transmitted by Malik from, and I have no idea how to pronounce that, but that part doesn't matter. So, you mean to tell me then, Gabe, Muhammad placed a physical Torah on the cushion and said, I believe in thee and in the one that revealed thee?
Mm-hmm.
Surely Muhammad knew that the Torah was corrupt, Gabe. Come on.
I mean, you know what? You would think that would be the case. But as we all know, Muhammad couldn't read, so maybe he just couldn't read it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Muhammad here says Allah never lies. Interesting. So did he lie then whenever he said that his word could not be corrupted or changed? See, this is what I'm saying, Muhammad. You do not want the Islamic dilemma. You cannot answer the Islamic dilemma. You haven't even tried. You're failing. You're jumping back and forth with different questions because you know you can't answer it. Are we meant to judge by our book? Or are we not meant to judge by our book because it's corrupted? Which is it? Which is it, Muhammad? Quran say, see, look, it has to come back to this. Quran say don't worship male or female. That's Jesus and whose mother Mary? Mary, you mean? It's correct for all time and for humans with flesh and bones and blood. Muhammad, what do Christians believe about the Trinity? Tell me.
Yeah, and he also said Allah doesn't lie, but
Whew.
If Allah is the best of deceivers and the best of planners, which I mean is a, you know, I mean, if he has the title of best of deceivers, then isn't deception like intrinsically linked to lying? Maybe you could word it a little bit better. I could probably work out a
Oh,
better way to articulate that.
that's fine. At the end of
But
the day, did you know, Gabe, that Allah leads those who He will? So
mm,
if I don't believe in Allah, it's because of Allah's will.
indeed, yeah, yep, very
Yeah.
fatalistic of him, isn't that?
Interesting, interesting.
Mm.
Also, Gabe, did you know that according to Muslims, like this shocked me. I only just found this information out yesterday. It blew my mind. Can't believe I never knew this before. But according to Muslims, Jesus wasn't crucified. It was only made to appear that way.
Hmm.
That blew my mind. I'd never heard that before. So you mean to tell me that Allah, who never lies, deceived how many billions of people over the years? That Jesus didn't.
And then put it in his preserved word and
Mm-hmm.
told everyone about it in his preserved word.
Yeah, but Allah doesn't lie, Gabe.
No, yeah, he
Muhammad's
doesn't
telling
lie.
us here. Yeah, he
Yeah,
doesn't lie.
we can trust Muhammad.
Yeah. So Duffman says Dawa Apologetics sounds a lot like a scam center. Oh, it's a scam, all right. Scam center conversation flow chart. That's weird. What am I missing? Uh, you'd be missing a lot of things, my friend, but avoid Dawa like the plague. Avoid Islam like the plague. Muhammad, why are you not addressing the questions? Why do you keep coming up with different points? Are you scared to address the questions? Come on, Muhammad, tell me this. If Allah's the true God, shouldn't you want me and many other people to know Him? You're doing a very bad job here, Muhammad, of showing us who the true God is. Come on, answer a question. Should we appeal to the Torah and the Injil or should we not? Either way, you run into a problem. So I need you to solve this dilemma for me because I'm torn. I don't know what to believe anymore, Muhammad. Come on, help me. Why won't they help us, Gabe?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Wow. It's almost like they don't believe their own book, Gabe.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, Gabe, I'm happy to go for another little while. Are you all right?
I have to tinkle, but yeah,
Well, okay, you can pop off and do that. Now the
yeah.
question is, Gabe, are you going to do it like the prophet? Are you going to sit down and do it?
Oh man,
Don't answer that. Please don't
yeah,
answer.
no. Well, that'll be between me and God. Okay.
Yeah,
All
between
right.
you and Jesus. Yep. Yep.
Hey, Muhammad, I sent you the link to come up onto the studio. Be
He's
sure
been
to join in, man.
well over an hour. He's not coming off.
Yeah. Well, I'm giving it to you. If you're not back by the time I'm finished with my potty time, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Well, folks, any other questions for us? Because I feel like Muhammad's been cooked long enough here. He's got no answers for us. The Islamic dilemma, once again, is undefeated. Oh dear. Folks, please do drop a like in the live stream. It really does help. Please share the stream. Some of you are already sharing it on X. I do appreciate it. We plan to do a lot more of these in the future, probably with more direct topics. This one opened up very interestingly because I'll give Muhammad his credit. He at least brought up an interesting conversation, but the problem is he refuses to defend his religion. He just wants to keep asking questions and not answer any questions. It's almost like the Islamic Dawah script won't allow him to go off topic. So anyway, folks, let me do a little bit of a plug here. If you do like what we are doing, if you want us to continue doing this type of stuff, to do more of this, to engage better critics as well, we're happy to do that. We want to do that. But the only way we can do that is if you help us get the word out. Help us get the word out that we are doing these streams. Like, share, subscribe. All of that really, really helps. Please pray for us. We want to teach more people about Jesus. Obviously, sometimes that involves polemics. But ultimately, when people come here, we want them to hear about Jesus. We want them to hear that Jesus died for their sins. Folks, if you are caught in Islam, if you're caught in Mormonism, any cult, come hear the gospel. Come hear about Jesus. Hear about how he died for your sins. Come and hear about the gospel. Anyway, folks, we have a little QR code here down at the bottom. If you do want to give to us, we really would appreciate it. You can do a one time donation, or you can support monthly, whatever helps. Or sorry, whatever helps. All of it will help us, but whatever you feel led to. And if you don't feel led or you can't donate financially, that's totally fine. We're still going to be here doing this work. Please, please pray for us. The best way you can help is pray and share the word. Mr. Onion Lover, how small were those water pails Rebecca was carrying if she was 3? Yeah, well, never mind the water pails. Have you seen the size of a stone that covers a well? Like, she must have been a very buff 3-year-old to go out and lift that stone, to draw water, to carry the water pails, to bring water and let the camels drink. Very intelligent, very smart 3-year-old. Very, very, very smart.
If
Uh,
only, if only I was as jacked as Rebecca.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that would help. Man.
and is intelligent too. Like, you know,
Be able to at 3 years old having a concise conversation,
yeah.
man.
And to know how to serve the man water and feed it, water his camels. Wow, amazing,
I didn't know I'd do that when I was 3.
bro. I didn't know how to tell the time. Mike says Allah apparently sends his messenger. Yeah, so Jibril sends his messenger Jibril to suffocate a chosen prophet and doesn't know he can't read. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Never once in all of Scripture will you see an angel hurting any prophet, but Muhammad, he gets squeezed pretty much until he's in pain. He runs out thinking that he has encountered a demon, a jinn, that he has been possessed. Sounds incredibly godly. Duffman says, kind of like a Dawa GPT. Oh, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if they're using ChatGPT. I really wouldn't. Uh, where are we? Quran defeats people from where. Would you stop repeating your same talking points, Muhammad, whenever you haven't addressed one simple question? Stop it. It's very, very silly. It's very silly. Um. Oh, I don't know who we have here. We've got someone up. Yes, my friend.
No.
How are you? I'm very well. So your name's Garfield? Okay, Garfield.
Howdy.
We will bring you up in a little bit here, my friend. No worries. Oh, I hear a Scottish accent. Interesting. Okay, Garfield, tell me a little bit about you and why you're calling. And no one can hear you, by the way. Yes. Okay. So, Garfield, before I bring you up, are you a Christian, an atheist? It
It
is.
is.
Yes, but I'm not just bringing anyone up to the stream right away, bro. I need to make sure. Yeah, I'm not bring. I'm gonna bring you up, bro, because you seem trustworthy. But just give me a minute, because we've had people call in before and they've tried to flash and do all sorts. Okay, I trust you. So we're gonna go ahead and bring you up, and then we can have a conversation, my friend. Okay, no worries. So Garfield, people can now hear you. If you do anything dodgy, my friend, I can kick you very, very quickly. So just keep that in mind. But why don't you tell people a little bit about you and why you're calling in?
Yeah, sure. Um, Sorry. So my name isn't actually Garfield. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
just, yeah. God, when you were as high up as I was in Strathclyde firefighting, I was quite high up. Put it that way. I was 20 years in it, and I've
Yeah.
seen some things, and I'm just trying to find my way now.
Well, but before we come on to that, thank you very much for the job you did, my friend. And 20, oh, sorry, I nearly overflew my drink. Thank you very much for the job you did. 20 years is a long time, and I appreciate men like you. So thank you, my friend.
Mm,
Thanks.
20 years of firefighting. That's
Yeah,
a rough job.
that's no joke. It takes real bravery to do that. So we appreciate that, my friend.
No,
Anyway,
no,
you
30
said
years of hell, you know.
yeah, I'm sure it was tough, man. But you say then you're trying to find your way.
I am trying to find my way, for sure.
Okay, okay. So what would you like to talk about, Garfield? Are you
Uh,
okay with me calling you Garfield? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what should I call you? The layman?
Layman's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Layman? What about this other fella?
My name's Gabe.
Yeah.
So Gabe, Gabriel, whatever you prefer to call me.
Gabe, why don't you show your face?
I don't have a camera hooked up on
That's
my
fair. I
thing
don't
right now.
either. I can't afford one. They don't give VA. They don't give veteran benefits to firefighter veterans. I
Aw.
think it's
Oh,
kind of screwed up, to be honest.
yeah. That's not. That's why I said I appreciate what you did because unfortunately, people like yourself are not looked after in the way they should be. So
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I've got really bad fucking. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. Scottish, forgive me.
yeah, yeah. No
You're
worries, bro.
good.
Forgive me. It's like I will try not to do it. It's like punctuation does. I've got bad asthma from all this.
I'm Irish. I get you. Don't worry. Like, try and keep it as
I
PG as
will. I
you can.
will. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
But be yourself, bro. Be yourself. So
Yeah, Rangers or Celtic, man.
I'm not a football
That's
football
fine.
fan,
That's
my
fine.
friend, but yeah. But anyway, so tell me
Um,
a little bit. Do you have a question or just?
well, I don't. I've just tuned in. I just discovered what Rumble is. I'm
Oh,
a
you're
bit.
watching on Rumble. Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching on Rumble. I had to go through the YouTube to find out how to join this, and
Ah,
I didn't actually expect to get through so quick. I'm quite impressed. You guys are running a tight ship here.
Look, the way we are, bro, not to cut you off, is I will have a conversation with anyone. I don't care what you push back on. I don't care. Just be, and I'm not speaking to you. I'm saying generally. If
Push
you're
back.
respectful,
Yeah.
I'll be respectful. We're
Okay.
not the type of stream where we want people fighting and roaring over the top of each other. It just doesn't work. But anyway, sorry. Back to you.
Yeah. Cool. I suppose I'm just trying to find a lot about kind of forgiveness. I mean, in my job, I had to make a lot of, a lot of tough calls. You know.
Yeah.
And I feel guilty about a lot of things. You know.
Okay.
Um, I really find it hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a history with faith, or or you kind of just searching in general?
Um, I have a history with mental health problems, but not so much faith. But I'm trying to get into it.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. So have you heard the gospel before, my friend, or is Christianity like completely new to you? Because we're Christians here, obviously.
Uh, not particularly. I can't. It's embarrassing.
No,
Uh,
no, bro.
I can't read.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So one of the things that I would say to you is obviously, first of all, we want to tell you a little bit about the gospel anyway, but I can't imagine, and I'm going to be honest, I can't imagine myself in your position. I'm sure there was a lot of hard calls you probably did have to make. You talked about how you've had a little bit of guilt with that. But where I can relate to you, my friend, is we all have things in our life that we have guilt over, things that we maybe feel shame over and we don't know where to go.
Mm. I'm,
There is a reason
I've
why I
served my
trust.
time. You know.
Sorry?
I said I know I've served my time, but I still feel guilty. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, guilt doesn't automatically go away. Sometimes the way the human brain works is we can feel guilty even over things that we shouldn't. But my friend, here's the beauty. Here's one of the many reasons why Gabe and I do what we do. We love the Lord because what He's done in our lives. Okay, I have done things in my life that I'm ashamed of, things that I can't take back, things that I can't change. I've hurt people. I've wronged many friends in my life. Some truly vile things. But here's the beauty of it. Jesus died to wash us in his blood. Sorry, he
In
died.
our blood.
Yeah, not our blood, not our blood,
God,
his blood.
I thought he was a peaceful fella. Because listen, I've seen a lot of blood. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's just me misspeaking, my friend.
No
But
worries. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I
no,
shouldn't. I was very rude of me.
it's
I
not
was
rude
very
at all,
rude.
You're
bro.
good. You're fine.
It's not rude at all, bro.
Sorry, I've got quite low self esteem. I don't talk to a lot of people anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Good.
Well, look, bro, don't be panicking. Don't be, whatever. It's the fact that you came up is a lot of people don't. Like a lot of people get intimidated or whatever. So I appreciate you. Plus, it's good for me to hear a Scottish accent. Me being Irish, I often get a lot of Americans over here watching. But look, Jesus died in our place. He bore the death that we were due. Because here's the thing: all of us have gone astray from God. All of us have sinned, no matter what the sin is. Sin is enough to separate us from God. But God loved us so much that he gave his only son for us. He chose to enter into human flesh to take on our likeness so that he could die in our place, so that we could receive his righteousness, to be washed, to be forgiven. And folks, I'm not just speaking to you here, Garfield. Guilt just doesn't disappear right away. It doesn't. A lot of us struggle with it even as Christians. So let me ask you a question, Garfield. Are you around any good churches at the moment?
eh, not really. The closest one to me is about, I'd say about a 45 to an hour drive. Ironically, the nearest one, the one that was around, it was a beautiful building. It
Uh-huh.
burned down. They cut back. It burned down about, I think, like 5 years ago. So while I was still in the force, while I was still in the troops, one of the soldiers. But yeah, and we just didn't have enough time to get there. Uh, but like the thing is, I lost my leg on the job, so it's a nightmare to get
Oh,
to the church. So I'm trying to, like,
yeah.
maybe there's a way I can do it at home. Like maybe I can, like, I don't know, metaphorically Skype God. You know,
So, can you still drive?
I've got one leg.
Uh huh. I know that, bro. But there's certain advances now with cars, etc., where people that have no legs can drive. So I'm not asking that to be rude. I'm just asking, have you access to that at all? No.
Not particular. I'm on a waiting list. I don't know, like, if you're. I don't know what part of Ireland you're in, but if you have the NHS like we do, like, it's a wait. It's hell.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I
it's a
I
nightmare.
I got asked. I asked for a leg, and they laughed at me. They pointed and laughed at me. That's not even a joke. These medicine men, these atheist medicine men, just don't respect me. And it's terrible. It's terrible.
Hmm.
Well, that's I don't even know what to say to that. That's vile. But so you said you don't have an awful lot of connections at the moment. So would
No.
you say you've kind of isolated yourself a little bit? Is that
Um, I'd say I've isolated people. I've personally, like, isolated myself, but then other people have also isolated themselves from me. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, again, 35 years in the service, you lose your leg, you get your face burnt a bit, and I know, I accept. I, well, I know I said I've got low self esteem, but I don't feel bad about it. I know I've got a face that looks a bit like a pizza. I know it scares kids a little bit, but I'm trying to get back out into the community. I tried to start, like, a bit of a wheelchair uh, basketball team, and
okay?
but I couldn't get it going. And I know churches do a lot of community stuff, so I don't know, like, I'm
Yeah.
a little nervous. Like, how would I even ask? Like, the is it the priest? That guy, the priest.
Priest, pastor, whatever. One of the things I would do, my friend, is if you want to, you could reach out to there's phone directories. You could reach out to one of the churches and just simply ask them, would they be willing to get someone to come pick you up on a Sunday or whatever? You can come to the church. You can find out what they offer in regards to, like, a lot of them do have outreach services and they have a lot of events on. And to be honest, wheelchair basketball, I'm sure there would definitely be something. So you could do that.
Yeah, that could be a shout. Actually, I mean, again, I'm yeah. I think I need something like that in my life, because I think ironically, if I could drive, I'd drive into a building at this point. I'm really struggling. I know that's a sin, but I'm really, really struggling. I just want to,
Look, bro. Again, I don't know what it would be like to be in your position. So don't feel bad for how you feel. All I would say to you is your life is worth living. No matter how bad it feels right now, your life is worth living. Do you have any family around you, my friend?
Um, after I went to prison, they don't talk to me anymore. The ones that survived, anyway.
Okay. Um. Right. So you've got no family around you, no friends. What about some of the guys in the force you served with?
Sorry, you broke up a bit. Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah. What about some of the guys in the force you served with? Any friendships remaining there?
Uh, they're I suppose there's a couple of good guys, but a lot of them are, like they're kind of like they're like the snake in the garden of a Adam. They're no. They kind of turned on me a bit. The one passage of the Bible I have heard is the book of Job, and I think that sums me up pretty well.
Well, Duffman here says one recommendation he would have is reaching out to Stephen Ministry. It's a lay ministry that features Christ centric counseling. They're fantastic. Have you ever tried counseling before, my friend?
Yeah, there was a service in Barlinnie, which is like the main sort of prison here, and it was helpful, but unfortunately, some of the other prisoners didn't think so. And do you know what happens if you mix hot water and sugar? It's not good. It's not good. And he had to leave, and they got one, and he just wasn't good. He just sat and doodled in our sessions a lot of the time.
Well, I would take Duffman's recommendation. I'm not going to say where he is, but
Wait, take whose recommendation?
the
In
gen-
the chat.
Yeah.
He's on the
Isn't that
YouTube
a
chat.
Simpsons thing?
Yeah, it might be a Simpsons thing. I don't know. But he's in the chat recommending.
yeah, it's just his chat name. He says check out the Stephen Ministry. So
and
Cool. I'll maybe check that out.
yeah,
okay.
I think I found it. It looks like it's stephenministries.org.
Is it in Glasgow?
Again, I'm not going to reveal where he is, but it would
No,
be.
no, not him, the church man. I just
No. This is a
open from the
ministry, so
prayer.
if he's recommending it, it'll be within your area. Yeah,
You have to like pay to get in, or
I don't think so. Probably.
no?
I'll,
It
I'll,
looks like it's online. I don't see anything. It's a nonprofit, so I think that they're operating off of donations.
yeah.
It looks like it might even just be like an online thing where you like go into like a Zoom call type of thing with people and you
All right, cool. So I
talk
can,
with them.
so I could probably like smoke.
Yeah, I don't think they'd care if you're
No, okay, that's
smoking or
good.
something.
Like that's nothing against the Bible, because I know the Bible says stuff about drugs and all that, and I don't do that anymore, but I do still smoke a cigarette now and then. A fag as we call it.
Scripture
Oh.
says nothing about smoking, my friend. So
Nothing.
Yeah,
That's
well,
brilliant, man. I'm gonna smoke like a chimney then and worship the good Lord.
well, I wouldn't recommend smoking like it's chimney. I would say enjoy all things in moderation, but yeah, Scripture doesn't say anything about smoking. So
I was gonna say I'm like most of the people who like actually smoke that I know are all Christians. Like I'm meaning the guys who are dropping $20, $30 on the low end per cigar. That's they're all those guys I know are Christians, so smoking's not necessarily
Fucking yes. Sorry,
something.
sorry, sorry.
Garfield,
But
anything else you want to say, bro? Because I've got someone else looking to come up here. So
Oh no, sorry, sorry. I didn't mean to eat into your time so
no,
much.
no, you're not eating into my
no,
time. It's just if there's anything else you do want to discuss, feel free, and then I'm going to bring up the next guest.
No, no, mate, it's fucking, it's fine. He's been fantastic. He's turned my life around. You know, I really thought after I let the pet shop burn down, there would be nothing left. I still feel really guilty. I'm going to talk to a priest. I'm going to confess about that. That's fine. That's already in the public domain. There's other stuff I want to get off my chest, though. You know, other things that were my fault, but it's in the past now, and I know God will forgive me.
yep. I do have a Bible verse for you.
Oh yeah,
And
here
I know
we,
you
here
said you
we, here
can't
we
read,
go.
but I'll read it for you. Don't worry. It's Lamentations 3, verse 22 to 23. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new morning. They are new every morning, sorry. Great is your faithfulness. And that great is your faithfulness is directed to God. So his mercies are renewing every single morning, and he'll forgive you for your past. All he asks is for you to put yourself down and follow him. Which there's a lot to that, but that's
I mean,
all he's really
I'll try
asking
my
of you.
best, you know, the one leg. But listen, chaps, he's been fucking phenomenal. Thank you so much, Stevenson's Church. I will check that out.
Yeah, here I
Uh,
put the link in the private chat if you wanted to. I don't know how you if you're on mobile. I don't know if
They
you're able
can't
to open it.
access the private chat.
Ah,
Yep. Yeah.
oh, that's all right. Stevenson,
Well,
I'll try to remember that. You
Stephen
know,
Stevens Ministry.
I think
I know.
yeah.
I know there
That's
are what letters some letters look like, you know, but I'll be grand. I'll be grand. How do I get out of here? Because I'm choking for a fag. Oh, there
Alrighty.
we go.
Bye bye.
yes. So I don't think her friend was entirely serious there. But
Yeah, that's something I'm not. I don't like to make assumptions, but
you could tell the further he went. But either way, if
from my discussions with
that's what he wishes to do, that's what he can do.
yeah.
So Sam says she will be praying for you, Garfield. Yep, I would indeed pray for him. I do hope that he will turn and trust in the Lord. Although I'm not too sure, especially with some of his stories there, they started to get a bit more convenient. But anyway, Duffman says I'm looking at some documentation. Looks like there are representatives in Edinburgh, Aberdeen, and Glasgow. Yep. If anybody does want to check out Stephen's ministry, that would be great. But anyway, folks, we are going to continue streaming for a little bit yet. Mohammed is still in the comments and refuses to answer one question.
Yeah, I was looking at that a little bit, and I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh,
Seeing
by the way, for
needs thoughts and prayers. Yeah, agreed.
for anyone who is watching and might not, if you're not able to get to church, I've done it before. For a while, I was doing what we called bus runs, but the church, not my current church, but the church I was attending at the time had literal buses. And I helped maintain those buses and everything. I would literally hop in the bus, drive to people's houses, plan out a route, drive to their houses, pick them up, whether it was, children for children's ministries, or it was,
Yeah.
adults for their adult ministries, whether it was a church service, after church, before church. They would sometimes be like, hey, we need someone who needs to be picked up. Can you get out here? And they would be 30, 40 minutes away. Yeah, I'd get up a little bit earlier. I'd go out and pick up someone, even if it required me to show up to the church, which was already a 40-minute drive for me.
Yeah.
Just have to drive another 40 minutes, just have to drive another 40 minutes back. So, I mean, it was like the churches will, we care about you. We care about you. We want to make sure that you can make it to church.
Yep.
And we will expend our resources to do so. So,
even a lot of churches that don't have buses, like the part of the reason I said, again, I'm not going to say too much more. I got the vibe that he wasn't perhaps being serious, especially with certain comments. But
yeah,
look, plenty of churches, if you reach out to them, they will be willing to come and get you. Someone will come and get you. So,
mm-hmm. Yep.
But anyway, we've got Romans 8 back. Hello,
Cool
8.
beans. Howdy, Mr. Shaman or Mr. Romans.
Yep. He is back, but he's got no mic.
Oh, now he's offline.
Yep. I think
Oh man.
he's having connection issues.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, Mohammed, I am being very serious. You are either going to have to answer any of the one questions that we have sent to you, or I'm going to remove you from the chat. Answer the question. You keep making claims, you won't provide any answers. Instead, what you're doing is you're running around the chat playing games with Mike. We don't buy your Dawa script, my friend. Romans 8, you're back.
Welcome back again.
Does he have audio this time?
His mic isn't muted on.
No,
At least
that's what I'm saying. I wonder if he has audio.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, I heard a beep.
But what does that mean?
I don't know.
Is he there?
Nope. Now he's offline again.
What is going on? Has
I'm
our friend
closing up my tabs.
what did you say, sir?
Oh, I said I'm closing up my tabs.
Oh yeah, I am over here in Rumble. 2 seconds.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with.
Apologies if you hear feedback for a second. So
Oh, maybe. I don't know what it is, but the Scottish and the Irish both like to mess with me.
why is that?
No, I don't. I'll get onto like a. So one of my coworkers, he buys me a video game. I'm playing the video game with him. One of the guys that we stumble upon is playing the video game. We invite him to the party, and I start talking with him about, and it's in a video game context, not necessarily a serious context, but I'm talking about like religion and Jesus and all that. And he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, but like you said, in Ireland, it's usually a political statement when people are saying they're Christian or Protestant or Catholic or something like that. It's usually a political statement.
Yep. There's a
Dude.
reason. There's a reason why he asked Rangers or Celtic.
Yeah, I mean, he just kept the guy I'm referring to just kept going on and on and on about stuff, and
What's up, autistic apologist?
I love that name. That is such a good name. Oh man, but no, when I was talking to him, he was definitely messing with me a lot in the chat parts where, like, he was like, oh, we like in the video game, it's a video game where it's a PvP game. You're shooting at people and you knock them down, and then you loot stuff and you leave, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, that's the game. And he's like, yeah, but we're doing like work of the devil. I'm like, now you're just messing with me, man. Like, if you feel that way, then okay, get off the game. But like, now you're just messing with me.
Yep.
Like, everyone comes into a video game. For anyone who's sitting there thinking PvP video games where you're shooting people and killing them and stuff is wrong. The difference is that that's a video game where everyone is going into it knowing that it's a video game.
Yeah.
It's not real life. It's like when we play Dead by Daylight. It's not real life. You're not actually putting the person on the hook or doing anything like that. It's literally just a video game. It's distinct from our actual tangible actions that we're doing on someone. Now, it can be brought to a point of sin. Let's say you're playing the game and you're literally getting so angry and riled up that you're flipping the table. Okay, yeah, don't play the game.
Mm-hmm.
But
the Pokemons.
Pokemon.
The Pokemons are from the devil. You have to protect your children from the Pokemon and the anime and the video games. The devil will enter your child's heart if you don't do that.
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Well, just before you go on there, Bubble McGowan 67 says, I feel he was a troubled soul. Yeah,
Yeah,
Very,
very well may have been, and I hope
very
that.
well may have been, but let's just say, look, it's probably a little bit harder culturally to tell. But
Yeah,
let's just say I picked up on a few things that maybe you guys didn't. But
yeah, and that's why I'm leaning a little bit more on your intuition there. That's a good word for it.
culturally, I'm not going to say much more, but this just say there's a reason. There's a reason. But
Hmm.
anyway, the autistic apologist says, "Greetings, Layman. Not much. Just been battling fatigue all day. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'll be praying for you." So you missed us having a conversation. He's still here in the chat. He refuses to engage us, but we have a Muslim that is not engaging. So,
Yep.
and Livian says, I really hope the war crimes I've committed in games are not going to be brought up in Judgment Day. I don't need genocide. I don't need genocide of three planets being held against me. Well, I've got some bad news for you, Mister Livian. No, I'm only joking. And Bubbles once again says, I thought God said not to judge. That is not what Scripture says. We are told to judge righteously and with godly intent. And anyone that thinks we're called to throw aside our reason and our intellect, no, we're not fools, my friend. So, but anyway, Romans 8, you're back, my friend. Yeah, your connection was having troubles there for a while.
I had to go say hi to a friend of mine who is not doing well, and I saw that he was active on Twitter. He hadn't been active for like a week. Things aren't going well for him. You know, it's a similar story with a lot of dudes, but things aren't going good.
Yep.
But yeah, I do like video games. I wish I could make myself play them more. I've got a bunch of a big backlog of games I got to play. But I like single player. I like single player games that can be played with friends. I don't like game. So people are playing, and I do kind of like Helldivers, but I don't really like Helldivers that much. Because it's like I want to play a campaign.
Yeah, I
or
get
or
that.
a story with a friend, and that's a lot less common than you'd think.
Mhm.
It's actually shocking how few JRPGs are like that. There's like one JRPG that I'm going to play with someone important once we are done getting through the Halo trilogy, which is like the Master Chief Collection probably is one of the best, despite some technical issues with you can't it sometimes drops and things like this. Beyond that, might be the best co-op campaign ever, to be honest. And there's a bunch of mods that are out now, and they're making more of them.
Mhm.
There's a new mod for Reach. It's called Infantry, and there's another one that's like a firefight mod where you play as the regular soldiers on Reach. And some of the maps are pretty cool and intense. There are some custom campaigns. I wish there were more of them. So that's kind of nice.
Sorry, just 2 seconds just to address something. Bubbles, don't try and pull something out of context. This is talking about judging with hypocrisy.
Yeah, I actually brought it up preemptively,
Yeah.
but still. But back to what you were saying. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on. Like, my thing is, I don't have a lot of time to play video games anymore, so I can't do one of these online games that requires you to be on for a really really long time. I have played
Yeah.
Helldivers, and I've enjoyed it as a game, but
Mhm.
that's also because the matches aren't too terribly long, and that's kind of the big thing for me is that it can't be too terribly long. Like if it's an online game, it has to be in short intervals, like 10 minutes or under, because otherwise I don't know if I'm gonna have to get up and go somewhere, if I'm gonna have enough time. I generally just if I am playing a video game, I generally prefer just something that's single player that I can
Yeah.
turn off at any point, and then I can hop back on at any point, and then do whatever I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
This is for you. Gabe has a similar face in his chat image
What?
here.
Gabe
Autistic
has a-
apologist.
What about my similar face?
I think he's saying you have a similar face in your chat image. So have you spoke on social media before?
I have no clue.
Or maybe it means you look familiar. I don't know.
Mr. Autistic Apologist.
You can let us know.
I'm
Sorry.
very curious to know
Oh.
about my face. I know I got a giant ugly nose. You don't have to tell me that part. Ignore that part. The rest of it, feel free to, ask away from anything else. I get a little bit sensitive, I'll admit. Oh, he got Rollo.
Yeah,
Rollo.
he's come to debate the Muslims.
Yep. Honestly, you probably did pretty good at it, dude.
Well, I was going to say they don't want to be near dogs anyway, so he'd do really good at debating them.
Yeah.
You would just
Yeah, because
Man,
they think
his
that
head is
angels won't enter
huge.
your house if you have a dog in it.
Clean, yep.
Bizarre.
Hello, are you okay? What do you want? You want food? You want food? Yeah. Tell everyone to buy you treats. Hmm? Good boy. Come on, I'll feed you in a minute. Go on, down. Good boy.
Man, I didn't realize how huge his head is. His
Oh,
head is
he's-
giant.
He's massive. I will be back very quickly, gents. I'm just going to feed him here.
Cool beans. Cool beans. Oh, okay. It's not popping up on any of my chats, so I actually have to pull up the actual YouTube chat here, so I can read Mr. Autistic Apologist's stuff. Gabe has a familiar face in the chat image. Playing a game last year took me down a rabbit hole of learning about the Proto-Reformation. Let me guess. That was what game was that? I don't remember.
I know what
game
he's
that
talking
was.
about. Kingdom Come, I think.
Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, they have
There's
a second one out now too.
They have a
don't
second one that apparently is very paused. They took the
Paused?
Globo Homo money and put a bunch of weird sexual
Mm.
stuff in it and things like that was totally unnecessary.
Yeah, here's how far I made it in that game. Not the second one, the first one.
Mhm.
About 5 minutes. I didn't make it through past that first base tutorial thing. And then he says, "I look." Are you saying I look similar to Michael Jones?
No, he's saying you've got Michael Jones in the picture.
I see that, but the previous thing was he said that I.
It didn't type out right. He meant to say, I see a familiar face in Gabe's chat.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
He says yes. See? I
I'm
finally
sorry.
worked it out, boys. I broke the code.
And I thought you were saying I looked like Michael Jones. I was gonna be like, well, you know what? Dude's a pretty good looking dude. I'll take that. Thank you. I'm taller than him, but I'll take that.
But you're not taller than D Wood.
No.
That dude, I don't
D-Wood's-
think people realize how big that dude is, to the stand next to him.
He's tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back, Tina. Welcome back.
Oh, Tina's back. Okay. Oh, yeah, I see it now. There we go. Good to see you, Tina.
Yeah, okay.
Mike's
Well, I'll pretend,
educational.
Mr.
Yes,
Autistic
yes.
Apologist. I'm gonna just pretend you said I look a little bit like, Michael Jones. Because I like that compliment better. So I'm gonna pretend that that's what you meant.
Yeah, it's just called self-deception, Gabe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
My screen is so
What it
small I can't
requires.
even see your face.
That's
So there,
perfectly fine. You don't want to actually see it.
David Duchovny is good looking, but he has a big nose. But it works good on him.
Okay.
Well, folks, we have about 240 watching here across platforms. If you have any questions, please pop them in the chat. We're not going to bring anyone else up tonight. We're going to save that until our next stream, where we will have an actual topic rather than just a Ask Me Anything. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and announce what the challenge is right now. Our next debate topic, I'm inviting all Muslims. I will give you £1,000 if you can show me in my Bible that Rebecca was 3 years old. That is the challenge for you all. So,
Man, that's
They should take it up.
$1,300.
It's just It's just for Muslims, so like it's like DEI.
They should take it up, but they ain't getting no £1,000.
I mean, if it was, you could even technically posit it to anyone, but no one's going to be able to prove that to you. So
I know, but it's only Muslims that make that claim, so there's no point
yeah,
making other poor critters trying to defend something that their brains came up with.
yeah.
So, folks, we're probably going to stream for like another 15 minutes here, and then I'm going to call it a day, round it out at 2:30 my time. So,
Cool
any
beans.
questions, pop them in the chat. And, gents, if you have anything you want to say too, feel free.
Yeah. Just looking at like the like dollar conversion rates right now. Dang.
Yeah, what does that take that to?
So for £1,000 would be 1,336
There you go.
uh,
There you go.
USD.
It's a good chunk of money.
That's a good payday right there if someone can find that. Yeah, sadly, autistic apologist, not that £1,000. Pounds as in my money. Pounds as in my money. That's a good boy.
You know what? He brings up a good point, though. You might have to be a little bit more specific.
Oh, I'm sure they'll know.
1,000 pounds of salt.
Yep. I'll take that right about now.
Or if they
That
want
that would probably be worth a lot of money, to be honest. I could be
Yeah.
wrong. I don't know.
well, if they want,
At least
they
if
can
it's good
have a
salt.
135-pound Rottweiler.
Yeah, no.
You would just.
I've been shoveling my driveway. I literally spent probably 2 hours today shoveling my driveway over and over again. Before I went to church, shoveled it. After I came home from church, shoveled it.
So basically, you did a lot of shoveling.
Yeah.
They made that game Shovel Knight about you. That's the game. That's what it's a biographical video game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for every person who lives in the Midwest. Or if it's just the Northern Hemisphere. I'm sorry. The other guys get snow too. Everyone in the Northern Hemisphere. They even get snow down in Texas. So, I mean, it still happens down in the South. Just not as much.
I have
Yeah.
never seen bro this interested in streaming all my life.
He probably like senses the Muslim presence, you know.
He
He's
does.
like, I've gotta debate the Muslims for you, don't worry.
Like, I'll debate them. He's like,
Mm.
I've got this.
I'm a
Buddy.
professional. He's gonna articulate the Islamic dilemma even better than I can.
Who do you think taught me the Islamic dilemma? This boy right here.
You did such a
I
good job
Slam
with
is an Apple
outlining it,
product.
too.
Sorry, what was that, Gabe?
I was saying you did a really good job at articulating it too.
Thank you. It's fairly easy. Like, once you, like, this is what I try and tell people all the time. And I'm not saying this is what you did, Gabe, but some people, whenever they see a position, they try and articulate it, like, to the nth degree. Just give it the bare basics, because it will do the work for you. If the argument's solid, the majority of people can look at it and go, I see the dilemma, I see the error. Because if you can explain it to a layman, you can explain it to anybody.
Yeah.
Bro, you are hurting my knee. You weigh a ton. Yeah, you're fat. Go on. I think I offended him.
New Rolo lore?
What did you say, sorry?
I said I said new Rolo lore. Lore like
Oh,
LORE.
that he's fat? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
this boy eats. Oh, you're going to smash the laptop if you go any further, bro. Stop it.
Hey, props to him. I'm trying to gain weight right now and struggling.
Well, just eat Rolo's meat and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right, Rolo, what are you doing, sir?
We got
That was,
snowflake for the first time in 6 years in February. Oh man.
On Livy, and that was I initially thought that you had like some video streaming, but no, you were actually camping. That's really cool. Like your avatar being like video of the fire. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. He was using his camera and stuff.
Oh, mate.
We also had a preview of his future dinner slippers.
So, autistic apologist, he would be considered haram in Islam. He would not be. He would
Permissible.
not be approved of. Are you leaving? Okay, good boy. Finally, I can get my knee back.
He just wanted
He
some head scratches.
Yeah, he just seemed like he normally doesn't really care about stream. Like he pops his head in the odd time because he's like, "Why are you staring at this like light box?"
Mhm.
But yeah, he normally doesn't. He normally doesn't hang around that much. But if you need out to the toilet, I'm ending the stream soon. Chill. Yeah, yeah, I'll tell them. Okay, bye bye. Well, folks, I've got about 10 more minutes, so if there's no questions, we will go ahead and wrap up early. But if anybody does want to pop a question in the chat, go ahead for it. He said that's what he meant. Yep, that's fair, bro. No worries. I figured that's what you were saying. Um, but yeah, pretty interesting night tonight. We got a one interesting call. I'll leave it there. We
Mhm.
had a Muslim that tried to push back and failed. I believe he's still in the chat. I don't know why, because he won't come up. But not too bad. What did you think, gents?
It's been a fun
It
stream.
was fun. I gotta go, but it was a pleasure.
Yeah,
Take it easy.
come up anytime, bro. You know you're always welcome. So
Thank you.
no worries. We'll be wrapping up now anyway. So, um, Gabe, it is back to just you and I.
Yep.
He said my autistic brain makes stories. Don't worry, bro. It happens to me all the time. I do it with dyslexia too. So Samsco says
Me
she
too.
is off to dinner. Sam, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for your questions. Enjoy your dinner.
Have a
Uh,
good dinner, Sam.
yeah, yeah. I wish it was dinner time for me. I'm hungry. Like it's way past dinner time for me. I want to make that clear. I'm just saying because I'm up so late. I'm actually genuinely quite hungry right now.
Hmm.
Oh dear. Well, Gabe, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up because I don't think we're going to get any more questions, which is fair. However, Gabe,
Yeah.
we're going to do another one of these in the future.
Cool beans.
We'll try and make them more regular, but here's the caveat. We are only going to do these call-in streams whenever we have a genuine topic because they ask me any things I think sometimes are quite broad that people don't really know what to call in with,
Yeah.
which is fine. But what we will do in the future is if you enjoy these streams, if you enjoy us interacting with Muslims or Mormons or whatever other religious group that's out there and you want to see more of these streams, if you've learned anything from it, if you want to learn more and see how we interact with them, then we will do more of these streams. I'm going to have guests on in the future that will come on and help teach things in greater detail than we are. But if you want to continue to see these streams, we are going to set like a little goal. So we are currently, let me see, Gabe. We are currently at 261 subscribers, right?
All right.
Then whenever we hit 300 subscribers, I am going to do a Bible giveaway, and
Okay.
we will also do another stream where we either present the Islamic dilemma or we will present my challenge, whatever it is. So if you want to see that, help us get to 300 subscribers. Tell people to follow, subscribe, please like the chat. It really does help. And yeah, Gabe, anything you want to push before we go?
No, not really. I mean, we use Trinity Bible. We also use the
Yeah.
Islamic Dilemma website
Yes.
or IslamicDilemma.net.
Mm-hmm.
I will have more resources coming out as time goes on. But otherwise, if you want to just check out my writing and stuff, that's trinityapologetics.com.
Yeah. We got one, my friend. We got one. I didn't want to judge too early, but the longer the call went, the more I was aware of what was being said, and I could hear things in the background too. Sometimes it helps being from a very similar culture. The Irish and the Scottish know each other quite well, so I picked up on a few cues and realized, yeah, there was a bit of a troll going on. But anyway, in the future, we will definitely have a lot more streams where we have only Muslims up or only Mormons up or whatever it is. But honestly, folks, the best thing you can do for us is to help us hit to. My main goal is 500, but for the moment, let's try and get to 300. We'll do a giveaway or something to celebrate 300. And the more the channel grows, the more we will interact with people in the future and deal with, stuff like Jehovah Witnesses. And there, oh, actually, Duffman just said that. I would love to hear some stuff to refute Jehovah Witness junk. I've been getting random Jehovah's Jehovah Witness literature in my meal. Not sure why. Yeah, they do that a lot at times, bro. It's sometimes just a cycle, so don't worry about that. But we will definitely do some material on that. I will also try and record a lot more videos in the new year. At the moment, it's been a little bit hard. Gabe and I recently did a big 3 hour recording session together, and I am currently still editing my way through that. So,
We took
but
an hour and a half video, extended out to
didn't even
3 hours, and we didn't even get through part of it.
yeah, yeah. But we got a lot of good material out of it, so I'll be excited whenever that video drops. It's probably going to drop in maybe two, maybe three parts. So stick around to see that. Anyway, folks, this was an interesting first stream we got back. We had someone that signed up to donate, buy us a coffee. If you are interested in that, let me remove the banner. I know people can see it anyway, but just to make it a little bit more clear. If you do wish to support us financially, here's the little QR code here. You can scan that and donate to us. Otherwise, it's just buymeacoffee.com/ the layman apologist. So if you wish to help support us financially, you can. It can be a one-time donation or it can be a monthly subscription, whatever you feel led to. Other than that, folks, thank you very, very much for tuning in. Please do like and subscribe. Help us get to our goal of 300. And if you want to see more content where we directly interact with Muslims, Mormons, whatever group it is, help us to get to our goal. Obviously, the bigger the channel gets, the more people we can get on. Because sadly, the way YouTube works is a lot of people just care about the numbers and won't come on the channel if it's a small channel. So help us grow if you value what we're doing. Other than that, folks, thank you very much, Trinity Bible or Trinity Apologetics. Thank you. You've just shared the old coffee link. I will post that in the chat once the stream has ended. But folks, thank you very, very much for watching. Please like and share and subscribe. God bless.
God bless, guys.